is today they have released all the cards for World Uprooted. So currently we are gonna do a stream of the cards and review about them. So I have not seen any other people cards review yet. So most of the card review is based on my own experience, and is my own opinion. So basically, it can be wrong. You know, there are some cards I overlook. So just take it with a pinch of salt or grain of salt. I don't know, can't remember the saying, but as it is, yeah, this is done by me, and most of the source come from Reddit. Thanks to this guy, I cannot pronounce ogbajoj. He's the one who set up the compilation for the new set release, so a lot of the stuff is from him. So we have to thank him on that. So yeah, because he make this review a lot more easier because of him. Yeah. So new set, new mechanics. So we have fusion. So fusion cards can be powered by banishing other cards in your hand, even when they are not yet playable. So when played, fusion cards gain bonus depending on the number of cards fused. Um, okay, so what I like about this mechanic is that, sometimes when you overdraw, fusion can help you by fusing the card. So fusion can be done anytime during your turn. However, it's not known if it's once per turn or you can do it multiple times a turn. And from what we know, it can be done multiple times. So I can fuse on turn 1, I can fuse on turn 3 with the same card. So it's not you fuse one time, you have to fuse together in one go. So that kind of stuff. Uh, as of now, there's not much fusion cards, but um, yeah, fusion is quite gimmicky in my opinion as of now, because a lot of time you would need need to be able to generate cards, and fusion cards usually are large cost, and you don't want to fuse early on. You only fuse behind where you start to have more cards, because early game you are trying to build up the board, trying to build up your resource. So that's the problem with fusion I have it, given if it is fusing once per turn. Once per turn, you only can fuse one card. That would be a issue lah. So that's all for fusion. Next is Everrise and Wrath. Basically, these two mechanics is from Bloodcraft. It's not a new mechanic, but it is a new name for the mechanic. So Everrise is draw at least 2 cards this turn, and then the effect will proc. Where Wrath is you have taken damage during your turn at least 7 times during this match. So they will proc your card's ability if you have met any of the criteria. So Everrise is still very gimmicky. There's not much card to support this. However, Wrath is very very strong with self-healing blood. There's a control self-healing blood, so Wrath might be a mechanic that is worthwhile to look into. And you have dual traits, Machina and Natural cards given in this new set. You also have maybe Machina Officer or Natural Officer with Sword. So that's also one of the new dual traits. And then the last mechanics we have is spells with multiple effects. This very how do I say this? This is only tied to this set, where you have spells as of now lah, as well as multiple effect which allows one or all the effect to proc depending on the condition met. So each class will have one, and they range from 2 mana to 5 mana. I don't remember seeing anything more than 5. So we have to see into it later as we go on through. So how do we judge a card? So the playability in the meta, impact of the card. Is there a better card that does the same thing, and synergy with other cards, and is it played in a deck? Sorry, I forgot to add that in. Basically, it should be inside there. Is there a better card that does the same thing, and the ability, no, playability in the meta? So if it's playable, that means it should be in a deck. So 1 star means that no one's gonna play it. 2 star means very unlikely to be played. 3 star is like maybe it will be played, maybe it will not. But most likely I will. I mean, I can see reason why it will be played, but at the same time, there's also reasons to be why it will not. So 4 star will be likely to be played, and maybe it might not be 3 copies lah, even if it's played. Well, 5 star is going to be played at 3 copies definitely. So this is the type of rating we will be going by. So for forest craft, so usually we'll start with bronze, followed by silver, gold, and then legendaries since we need people to come in slowly. So I'll start off with those that nobody will watch, like bronze cards. So for forest, take to the canopies is a spell. So it gives the ally follower +1/+1 rush and follower strike. It deals X damage to the follower before it can deal any damage in return. X equals to this follower's attack. So once we look at it, we know that it's a follower card. I mean, it's for follower decks. Currently, followers decks in forest we have is Greenwood. Upcoming, we are looking at Machina Forest, which will be more of an aggro variant, and aggro Amatas Forest. And Amatas Forest is a very pack where you have a lot of cards that you want to play instead of this. So I'll say this is a very unlikely card to be played in any deck. So I'll give it a 1 star. It's not going to be played anywhere. It's more of a draft card. So next we have Iron Beater. So it's Machina, and then you have Rush, and then if 4 other cards will play this turn, summon the Iron Beater. And then Clash, if any allied Machina follows and play, game +1/+1. So it's quite good. You can actually combo with another card. Let me see what's the. Oh, I cannot see because. Okay, there's this 1 mana Machina cards where you reduce the cost of your. It reduces 1 Machina card in your hand, or is it the next Machina card you play reduced by 1 cost. So basically at turn 1, if your opponent is going first, they drop a 1/1. You can play that card followed by Iron Beater, or you can play both at the same time and your opponent are gonna take 2 damage next turn. And this is very strong, if it clash right, it gives +1/+1. You can trade this for 2/2, or if people are starting to play a lot of 1/3, this is going to punish those decks that runs a lot of 1/3. For example, would be Machina Rune will be playing a lot of 1/3 soon, given with the new update. So yeah, and then Machina Blood as well. They have a lot of 1/1s because they want to go off with a lot of their cards dying early, so they will play a lot of the Machina Droid, which Iron Beater will just eat for free. So yeah, this is a very strong card, and my opinion is going to be play at 3 in all Machina Forest deck. Definitely very strong, and it pressurized during the first turn, which is very good. So next is Prerelease Sprite. So Fanfare add X to the number of card play this turn. X equal to the number of natural cards in play. So for this, right, I'll say that there's not a lot of deck that's gonna run this. What deck comes to my mind would be playing this would be Control Forest. Control Forest, you'll play this in order to search out for search out for other stuff. I highly doubt there'll be going to be a good one, because Control Forest you still got Harvest, and currently the Control Forest where they play the Dragon Legendary for the forest, they do run Netra, the Great Tree. So this will just, when you play, it will be a 2 mana to call to have like a 2 number of card play this turn. I'll say that maybe they will play, but it's very unlikely given that control forest, one would have issue right now because they have lost the spark for the free evolve, and even if they do, it's not really a big impact, you know. So I'll review this card and then give it a 2 star. It's very unlikely to be played, and if it does, it's very situational, which other cards might take over it once people have find a solution for it. Or even let's say the natural spell, the neutral spell that's 2 mana heal and give you the grade 3, so that's also just adding 2 to your number count at 2 mana. So why would I want to play this instead, where I have to have a grade 3 in play before I play this? So yeah, this card is not really that good. Even if people say about natural forest decks, natural forest deck will not be playing this. They are very unlikely be playing this at all, given that natural forest itself, they want to aggro down, and they do not have cards that says if you play more than 2 cards or 4 cards this turn, then activate this effect. Yeah, so very unlikely this is played in natural forest. So next we have Fairy Officer, Fanfare. Put 2 fairy in hand and deal X to enemy follower. This is just, given the stats, it's not good. It's a 5 mana 3/4. It's below the mana curve, and at the same mana and stat curve. Sorry. So what is mana and stat curve is that if 1 mana it should be 1/1, and then if 2 mana it should be a 2/2 stats. So if 4 below that curve, so some 2 mana card is 1/3. So if 4 below that curve, right, then it's not strong. And the effect is only put 2 fairy in hand. You're not going to put it early. Amatas want your fairy to put in hand even earlier than this. And so at 5 mana, this card is very bad. And then it deals X damage to 1 enemy follower, and you must target it. So for me, this is a 1 star, it's a draft card. And next, Ferryman here. No idea what is it. I don't know how to pronounce. Sorry, I'm very bad with names. So yeah, you're gonna hear me say this a couple of times in the review. So what this does is it summons 2 fairy. The end of the turn give +1/+1 to all ally fairy. It's not on Fanfare. I understand that, you know, the end of your turn give +1/+1, but aggro decks at 4 mana, I'd rather just play Amatas, or I play the spell that gives all my 1-drop +1/+0. The end of the turn proc is too late for aggro deck, so this card is a 1 star. I don't even think I'll play this in draft, to be honest. Very, very unlikely I'll play this in draft. And then Forest Hatcheteer. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower and then to the leader on play. 6 mana 4/4, like I say, below mana curve. And at the same time, yeah, 1 star is more of a draft card. Very, very unlikely to be played. And if you want something that on Fanfare deal damage to the enemy leader for little, there's a better card, and it's not this guy. Alright. It's in neutral, and later we will see to it. Neutral will be the last craft to be reviewed. So next we have Mecha Boomerang Elf. This is a very good card. At the start of your next turn, put a random Machina card with the lower cost from your deck into your hand. This is absolutely crazy. I rate this a 5-star. Why? Because you can add the Backworm, which will be the natural card that say when you come to play, reduce the cost of 1 natural card in your hand for this turn. And you can just take it and then prepare for next turn. So Mecha Boomerang Elf is very good. At the same time, you can get the Iron Back Beater, which is going to be very good for your deck. Yeah, putting a random Machina card with the lower cost is a search engine. It's not a random search. It is a search that is very specific. So we know that this is very, very good in a lot of decks right now. I mean, it is very good, as you can see from Aether Spear for SWAT, the Commander 2/3. The Aether is search for specific commander, all this. The same specific follower, so this will be very very strong. And yeah, 5 star all Machina forest deck will play this definitely. So the next one would be Ayan Glider Elf. I don't know why they put this team together, but as you can see, you have a Ayan Glider. So you can put one random Machina card from the deck into your hand and subtract one from its cost. Not bad for 4 mana, but because Machina themselves, they do have a problem drawing the right cards. They want to, you know, they play a lot of small drops during the early game, and then they end with Mecha Lancer Elf. So usually their cards are small drop early on, so they will tend to use up their resource very fast. So this is very good. This is like a draw, and then when you evolve, you put another one and subtract one from your cost. The thing about it is it's random, which is good. If it was not random and it's the higher cost Machina card, this would be hella broken. I will say now, it would be hella broken if it wasn't random. Okay, so if it's random, it's still not bad, and the subtract one is a plus. It is definitely a plus. If you're gonna remove the subtract one for the highest cost, I tell you this card would be crazy. So the subtract one is a plus. And then look at the stat, it's 5-3, right? You might think it's under curve, like it's on the curve, but it's just gonna die. A lot of people say it's gonna die to a lot of cards, given that it's only 5 HP after evolve. You might not trade efficiently, but you must remember, this is playing into what? This is playing into Shizuru, the Sword Union Burst, the 4 mana 3/5 what? That is evolve 5/7. This is very good in order to beat over Sword Union Evolve Sword. This basically removes that ward as a 7/5, and a lot of ward is 5 HP, but evolve is 7 HP. So basically Ayan Glider Elf is a remover for those wards, and removing you're playing Machina Forest, right? It's much of a aggro tempo deck, so this would be very very good to fight those ward decks. So because of that, I'll say it's a 5-star. You'll play 3 of these in your deck definitely, because it's going to help you remove all the wards. Yes, as 5 HP it dies to melee star, but at the same time it kills whatever that stops you from winning. So yeah, 5-star. Intertwine Resolve. So this is one of the spells which I was talking about, the new spell, a new mechanic, where you can play as either one of the two or playing both. So you use play points equal to this card cost and play this as Arisa, Leadership, or Ladika's Embrace. If 2 other cards will play this turn, instead summon 2 fairy and deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower. In my opinion, this card is not as great. Okay, let's look at the spell first. So Arisa Leadership, you summon 2 fairy. So if you didn't play 2 cards, you can either play as this effect, you summon 2 fairy, or the next one, Ladika's Embrace, which you deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower. So in terms of 2 mana, right, dealing 3 damage to your card is okay. At the same time, 2 elf, which is mana curve of 2/2, and you flood it, is alright. I wouldn't say it's bad, but at the same time, I would say that it's alright. If you were to be able to play 2 other cards this turn, you can have 2 fairy into play and you deal 3 damage. So it's possible to play 2 1-drops and then you follow by Dispel, and dealing 3 damage and 2 1/1s is quite a huge jump in curve. At 4 mana, must play 2 stuff, right? So you could actually play this at turn 4 with 2 1-drops, or yeah, with 2 1-drops. So I would say that this card is okay, but to me it's not as good. There's no decks that are gonna run this as of now. Not in Machina Forest, definitely not in Atamas, and because Atamas, they want the fairy to hand, they don't want the fairy on play. So definitely not Atamas. Control Forest, no. So Greenwood don't even want this, to be honest. Greenwood only wants to play Greenwood. Playing this would be, yeah, they have other spells that does the same thing, you know. Yeah, intertwine, I think, is if you play 2 other cards, then it costs 1, it deals 3 damage to a card, and then it adds a Greenwood Guardian to hand. So I don't think anybody's gonna play this card. So I'll give it a 2-star. But in the future, this card might be good if Forest starts to be very temporish. As of now, 2-drop, very unlikely any deck's going to play this. I highly doubt there's any decks that plays like 2 or more cards play this turn. Usually they are often 2 resource intense. So yeah, so I'll give this a 2-star. So guys, anybody in the chat right now, if you want to ask any question about the cards review, like why I think this way, or you think that your views can help me change my mind about certain cards, you are more than welcome to you know, write in the chat. So the next one is Awaken Gaia. This card is actually not bad, the effect. If you play 4 cards, you can reduce the cost by 4 in this, but it must be in your hand lah. Okay, so if you at the end of turn, right, if 4 cards will play this turn, subject 4 from the cost of this card, and then when it's played, if at least 4 other cards will play this turn, destroy 4 random enemy followers. It's more for control decks where they can play a lot of 4 or more cards, as we see in the I think this is still the meta, we are still in maintenance. So in this meta, not the new one, this current meta, we see that control followers are able to play more than 3 cards, that means 4 cards, at least 4 cards a turn. And basically this would actually helps by it synergizes with that deck, sorry, and it helps by having the hard remover. Basically you don't have to play multiple cards in order to remove your opponent cards anymore. Even though it says that you need to play at least 4, it still does remove a lot of cards with very big HP lah. Given like Alena, if Alena gonna be a thing again, this is very important, because I highly doubt Whirlwind will be able to deal with Alena. And yeah, the problem I have with this card is that first you need this in your hand, and having this in your hand early, right, it means that you will not be able to, you are losing 1 less space to answer your opponent deck, and at the same time you have different cards to deal with the board, and they are doing it very well at this time, which is Whirlwind and May. And May, the 1 mana comes in if you play 3 or 4 other cards this turn, you deal 4 damage to one of the creature. Having that 2 is a very strong combo already. So Awaken Gaia is not really needed where you have these 2 combo which would block white opponent stuff most of the time. And if it still doesn't, right, you have the 2-drop Union Burst that deals 2 to 4 damage random to all units on your opponent board. So I don't see the reason of this card being better than them. So I give it 2-star. Very unlikely to be played. Could be strong in the future, but as of now, there's better cards for to replace this. Sorry. I'm gonna remove this mask because it's damn hard to breathe. Yeah, it's damn hard to breathe. I actually wanted to wear a mask because spammer cut Lemao. I actually want to remove this mask. I actually want to wear this mask because, yeah, I don't want to scare you guys. But alright, you guys gonna have nightmares. So next one, Is a Machina Forest card. Damien, I hope I pronounced that right. Drill Rola. So if another Machina card was played this turn, like I say, you can play the Backworm, which will reduce this card by 1. Basically, you're playing it for free. So against Storm, and then it deal X to all enemy, X equal to the number of allied Machina followers in play. We care less about the second effect, where we care more about the first effect of Storm. So Machina Forest, right? This is good because we're gonna Storm opponent face. We are gonna play aggro, and we can aggro with this, and then ends with Mecha Lens Elf. So this is very strong given that it is Storm, alright, and is Machina, that means it can be searched. And just now remember, we will show the card at the 4 mana Ayan Glider. It will reduce this cost by 1. So you could play this as early as turn 5 with Backworm. So this card is very good in the Acro Machina Forest, and that I'll give it 4 star. And why not 5 star? Reason being, if you play Technolord, you will want to run more of the Mecha Lens Elf, and at the same time you have to play another card. Given if let's say I don't have Backworm, you'll be costing another 2 more mana for this card, so it becomes at turn 8, which isn't what we really want. So I think people will not play 3 of these, maybe they'll play 1 or 2. It's still strong, but it's not correct to max it in my opinion, so I'll give this a 4 star. And then now there's the end of Forest. We have Sword. So for Sword, okay, Impact Soldier, this is your Dione replacement. At 2 mana you deal 3 to enemy follower, and that is all. This is very very bad, and playing it itself is a ward and deal 3 to an enemy follower. From what I can see right now, this is a draft card, draft as in take 2, and I will just give it a 2 star. Very unlikely anyone's gonna play this. Not in Involved Sword, not in Machina Sword, not in Levin. Even Levin have better cards than this, and definitely not in Natural Sword. So with that, this is a 2 star. And then next we have We Merchant's Appraiser. Put a Glided Goblet and Glided Necklace into your hand. Recover 1 evolution point. This card. At 3 mana to draw 1 card. And you put a Goblet and a Guided Necklace. No, this the Guided Goblet, for those that does not know, is a 1 mana spell that heal 2. Guided Necklace is the 1 mana spell that give a card +1/+1, if I'm not wrong. If I remember correctly, yeah. I'm very sure it is lah. So best guided cards, I guess, but there's not much guided cards in meta right now unless you're playing the Pirates, and I highly doubt, at 3 mana having these 2 spell, at you still have to pay 1, and recovering 1 evolve point will be good in any sense. Even the recovery 1 evolution point, it's not even good for Evolve Sword, so why bother playing this card at all? It is no wonder that it is a bronze, so I'll give it 1 star. No one's gonna play this card. Nightclad Assassin, is this a level replacement? Maybe, but it's not going to be as good as Levin. Let's be real here. You can't search it out by the dance, you cannot search it out, and it's too late at 3 mana, and you do not have the re-ambush. So yeah, this card is pretty bad in my opinion, even though it's officer. At 3 mana 2/2, okay, under the mana curve, but having ambush and bane would be the reason why stat wise it will be good, but overall it is a draft card. Even with the enhanced effect, it's not that good at all. Might be good in draft because as a 2/6, you can basically queue a card, and then you by evolving queue a card. Then opponent, when they want to trade with your card, they have to evolve and trade, and it is a double removal basically. So yeah, but still, in a rotation format or limited format, this is not good. Hi Ronghui, yeah, I saw your message just now. I know I'm spamming cause all the new cards are in today. So for those that do not know, all the new cards are in today. Before that, there's maybe about 20 cards only, and then they released the second half of the set just today. So after rushing this out, now I'm doing the card review. Yeah, it took me quite a while to do this actually. Gizmo Korea. Fanfare. If you have at least 3 other officer cards in your hand, game +2 and rush, not that good to be honest. If you have 3 other Machina cards in your hand, draw a card. That is very good for a Machina. So it's an officer and a Machina. This is very very good for a Machina deck, because Machina deck, like I said, Machina, right, they tend to flood the board, and it's very resource intensive. So having draw is very good for Machina decks. Once you throw your hand, this one could be able to help you draw another card before you throw everything away. So this is very very good. And Machina sword, right, they need a few cards they wish to have in your hand earlier. So by having a draw, you got more chance of adding them to your hand as early as possible, which is also another reason why this card is good. And it's 2 mana 2/2. You do not fall off the curve. Yep. You do not need to evolve to draw, which is awesome. And for that, definitely fine stuff. Machina Sword will be playing 3 of these, that's for sure. And then Levin Beastmaster, finally a Levin card. I thought Levin has been forgotten for the whole set, but yeah, at least this set, right, didn't forget about Levin, though the effect is suboptimal. It's not the best. Like, why would I want to play this when I've added a lot of other good 2-drops in Levin already? So summon 2 White Tigers at 6 mana, not that good. Evolve, summon a White Tiger and change it into a 11 follower. Well, my evolve would be for other stuff and will not be for her. So yeah, this is the White Tiger. It's a ward 3/2 that cannot be targeted, but still, yeah, I won't. It may be play, I guess, but for me, in my own opinion, it won't be play much. Maybe if Levin need a ward, they'll play this, but other than that, highly doubt if anyone will play it. So I'll give it 3 star, maybe played. I'm not 11 player, so I'm not very sure how good this card is, but as of my knowledge, there's better cards for Levin, and no one will play this. So I'll just be generous and just give it a 3 star as for now, but it's more like a 1 or 2 star to be honest. So next card, Panther Scout. Oh, this is good. This is very good. So this is a natural and officer. So definitely this is a natural deck for natural sword. So basically recover 1 play point without caring if it's without having any other condition to be met. At 8 mana, you gain +3/+3 and gain 7 points instead, which would allows you to gain +3/+3 and then wildcat it. Not bad. Natural sword, if it's a strong deck, this will replace the other one where if your opponent have more follower than you, then you recover 1 play point. Yeah, I think this will replace that, given that having that amulet added to hand is not much. It's not really needed or this would replace Pathfinder, which will be a lot better. If I remember correctly, this do play Pathfinder. This will replace Pathfinder. The reason why is that the more important thing is the recover 1 play point. You want to add the spell to hand, and having more of it to hand is good for your storm card. So basically your storm, when you play the spell for natural for +2/+1, yeah, so basically that is very important. Every turn you only can gain 1 if I'm not wrong. So this is a very good card, and I can see it played 5 in natural sword. Yeah, 5. Basically three will be played lah. So this is very strong. Next, so with the removal of the Aether Spear from the next set, we have Gelt, Resolute Knight. Gelt, right, is the answer to the next I mean, it's a replacement for that Aether, the 3 mana commander. At 3 mana 3/3, definitely no need to say, is equal mana stats. You know, most of the cards are 3 mana 2/3, and you have if you have a commander in play, it gives rush. Not bad. As at the start of your next turn, put a random commander card from your deck to hand, and it's quite specific, allowing you to put commanders only. So cards that's gonna Lucia will benefit from it. Frontline Guardian or Frontline Soldier, the one at the 7 mana 5/6, when it dies you gain an evolve, might play this, given that it's commander, right? Natura and Machina Sword will not be playing him. It will be only play Evolve Sword. And how good is this? Let's be real lah. If it's instant, right, I can get Pickering out when I Fanfare, but it's last word, so I might be missing a Evolve. I mean, most likely you won't be getting Evolve, but it doesn't instantly give you Pickering in hand. Let's say if you go to a later game, you want a Pickering, it doesn't just add it to your hand, so it is not as strong as the old Aether cards. But given its high stats during the early game, it might be very challenging to remove. So with that, I'll give it a 3-star. It might be played. It is not played in every deck, and those decks that play it, there's no better cards, but is there a better reason to play it? I highly doubt so, you know. I could just play the neutral card, you know, where I add a Fanfare card to hand when I evolve, right? It'll be a lot better. So yeah, I'm not very sure about this. And turn 2 commander, even evolve sword, there's not a lot of turn 2 commander right now, so it might not be as good as people think. We lost Lloyd, so yeah, the other turn 2 commander cards not much lah. Basically you have the evolve, gain +2 +0/+2 to the card that evolve. There's another card, but other than that I don't remember any other 2-drops, so I'll just give it a 3. It might be played, very likely, but there's reason to see why this is not played lah. Evolve sword doesn't really need this, though it's a good replacement. Evolve sword might find other stuff as of now. So with that, I'll give it a 3-star, and if it's played, maybe 1 or 2 only. People won't max this out anymore. So this is for Evolve Sword. Pompous Prince. Oh, okay. Then I say there's not much, right? We have this, which is very, very strong. So that's the another reason why I give Gelt 3-star. Glad 3-star, sorry. So 1 PP for card. Sorry, which card were you talking about? 1 PP for 4 card? You mean Levin Beastmaster? The Degenerate 58762? Maybe you can type in the comment again and I'll have a look at it. Yeah, I'm looking at the PowerPoint site, so it's hard for me to look at chat. I just sometimes auto tab. So yeah, so Pompous Prince is very strong. Okay, even if a evolve deck, you know, when evolve, right, it gives all your officer +1/+1 in your deck, and on Fanfare it gives an ally follower +0/+1. Usually the first effect might not activate, usually if you're going to play this on tempo, but if you're going to play this on turn 4, most likely this will activate, and you can actually play Pompous Prince and then followed by Twin Sword. But most of the time you want to play this on its own because you want to evolve with this card. So with the evolve, you give all officer in your deck +1/+1, which will make your next one. Okay, I'll look into that. I was talking about Panther Scout. Oh, never mind. So Panther Scout is 1 mana 2/2. Well, it's good. And then you plus the other will be a 4/3, not a 4/4. If you have the natural, the beast, the Lion King activated, but if it's not activated, then it won't be good, and you won't want it you won't want to use it on the Panther if it doesn't have haste, right? You want to use it on something else that have haste. So it's not as good because the Lion King will only come in at turn 4, turn 5. So this will not be played as for like 1 PP as a 4/3. It's not going to be played like that, you know. So for Pompous Prince evolve, you have the Ninja, which is at 2 mana 1/1. It only can be removed by spell, cannot be removed by trading with followers, because it have a clash effect where it will not take damage if after it clash. That will become 2/2, and then at 5 mana it will become a 4/4. A lot harder to remove. And then you have Sisterly +1/+1. You give Sisterly +1/+1. You have Light Blade, is it? The 5 mana 4/5 ward. Fanfare, if you have 1 evolve ward, 3 evolve, you gains +2 mana, at +3 mana. And then at 5 evolve you heal 5. At 7 evolve you draw your cards your hand until 7 mana. This will also give you +1/+1, making it 5/6, which is very good. And Wildcat, no. Oh, okay. Twin Sword will become 3/3, evolve 4/4, and if it survive, it hit face, right, that will be 8 damage to face. So yeah, this card is very, very good. Definitely not a 3 lah. I would say it's maybe a 2 off. So that will be a 4-star from me, given that it's not going to be a 3, because you are stealing evolve with other cards. Yeah, you're stealing evolve with other cards. So if you do not have the evolve, it's not as good. So there will be a 4-star from me. So this is the spell of the new mechanic. So use play point equal to this card cost. Play as Erika's Sledge, Mistolina Swordplay, or Balion's Command. So instead, if you play as 6 mana, you summon 2 Quick Blader, deal 5 damage to a random enemy follower, and give +1/+1 to all ally followers. So this card is okay, I guess. At 6 mana, you deal 5 to random enemy followers, and then you have 2 Quick Blader with Storm at 2/2. So that's 4 damage at 6 mana. So it's alright, I guess. So yeah, Erika's Stage will be summon 2 Quick Blader. Mistolina Swordplay is deal 5 to a random enemy follower. And the last one is +1/+1 to all ally followers. And with that, I don't think there's much deck that want to use any of the effect, nor there's much deck that want to use all of their effect. At 3 mana, 2 Quick Blader is not that great, I think, even for aggro sword. Yeah, highly doubt it is that good. And deal 5 damage to a random enemy follower. Do I really need this? Maybe against Heaven you might need this, but it's randomized 1. Number 2, we don't have Lloyd anymore. You don't have to care about Lloyd. If Lloyd was in play, definitely I'll play 3 of this to fight Lloyd, but Lloyd is no longer in meta. And then +1/+1 to all ally followers. Maybe if it comes to Machina Sword, they might want it because they tend to flood the board, but other than that, not really. So I'll give it a 2-star. It's not likely to be played. And Machina Sword, right, they do have their own AoE buff, which is the Emerald. I do hope Emerald is still in meta. I can't remember, I forgot to check about that one, but if it is, Emerald is still played, or they don't really need it at all, to be honest. So give it a 2-star. Very unlikely to be played. If Emerald, then maybe a 3-star. If Emerald rotated out, this will be a 3-star in my opinion. So yeah, 2-star as of now, uh, taking in consideration that Emerald is not out yet. Yeah, unless Emerald is out, as I said, then it will be 3-star. So Patrick, Rhinoceros Knight, Crystallize 1, Countdown 1. Fanfare, put a natural grade 3 in your hand. Last word, if it's your turn, randomly put one of the highest cost natural card that costs X play point or less from your deck into your hand. X equals to your remaining play point. So this itself is yeah, this is another reason why Glad is pushed down to 3 and not 4. The reason why is because of this. This is your new Aether for natural. So you put one grade 3 into your hand, Fanfare when you crystallize, and then the next turn, right? Last word, during your turn, most likely this is going to be during your turn, you put one of your highest cost natural cards that cost X play point or less from your deck. So if I play the turn 1, I definitely get a 2-drop, which is very very good. Like I say, specific searcher in Shadowverse is very very strong. So this card is very strong, and if there's no other followers in play, recover 6 play point when you play this at 7 mana if what. So this is a part where it contradicts itself, you know. If it is a natural deck, right, they want to tempo off, so there's no reason why any chance that you will have to play this at 7 with no board. You will definitely have a board most of the time, unless they wipe it, and if they wipe it, then you have trouble. You have more trouble than this. Alright, so most likely most of the time people will just play this for the crystallize and the countdown to search the cards. Very unlikely people would be playing the Rhinoceros as a whole. If you play by the first right, you have searcher, add to hand, and put natural grade 3 by itself is a replacement. So basically this is drawing 2 for you, you know, at the same time. So for that reason, I'll say it's a 3 in a deck because it's a searcher. Oh, sorry, I give it a 4-star. Okay, maybe this is definitely a 5-star. Let me change this right now. This is definitely a 5-star where people will run 3 of this. People will not be playing 4 of this. The reason why I give it 4 most likely is because of the second effect. But now I think about it, is a draw 2, right? Sorry, is a draw 2, right? Then I'll give it a 5-star. It's a 2 draw basically. If you have a natural 3 in play, right, at 1 mana you can draw another card, which is very very good, to be honest. 2 mana draw 2, why not? And you're only using 1 card, to be honest. You're not using 2 cards at 2 mana. You're using 1 card to draw 2 at 2 mana. In my opinion, this is very good. Yeah, and then you have ward. Maybe it will be useful, the ward. So 5-star, but like I said no one will just play this off normally And then next you have Greeson, Rocket Glider. Oh, Greeson now is hosting you for up to 15 viewers. Thank you, Greeson, for hosting. I hope those guys that comes in, you're gonna learn new stuff. So we have already bypassed where have we bypassed? Sorry, I think we have bypassed only Forest, and now we are going to the second one, SWAT, and it's going to be ending soon. And Greeson, Rocket Blader. So during your turn, when this card is added to your hand from your deck, review it, give your leader the following effect. Until end of the turn, whenever an ally Machina comes to play, give it +1, +0, and rush. Very very good. And then when you play this at itself, give your leader following effect. Whenever an ally Machina follows attacks an enemy follower during your turn, deal 1 damage to the enemy leader. So this is not a clash effect, it's not a strike effect. As long as your Machina followers attacks an enemy follower, it deals 1 damage to enemy face. So basically this is like a game ender for Machina. So you hit them, you poke them, and then at the end you use this to continue poking them until they die. So this one is very strong in Machina Sword, where you will often be flooding the field. So, and then at the same time, you will need 3 of this definitely. So this is a 5-star because whenever you add this card to your hand, effect is very very strong for Machina deck. So definitely you're gonna play 3 of this in your deck, and it's a game ender. You have very strong add to hand effect. So yeah, 3 of this. do not see any reason why you'll play less than 3 for this card. And at 5 mana, that means it's going to be there early on. You do not need to evolve, and you have a rush built in. It's going to remove most of stuff for against other tempo decks. So yeah, this card is very very strong. So 5 star. So with that, we have finished Sword. Let me have a breather. We have gone through 2 craft, and this is going to be our 3rd craft. And yeah, let me have a drink. The reason why Runecraft, not the reason why Runecraft, I'm saying a few decks. From experience, Runecraft, you have Machina Rune. You still have Kruon Rune. Were there gonna be a mix of Kruon plus Machina? Maybe. But as of now, Kruon itself is quite stable. But we lost Zealot. And then Natural Rune is still a thing. And then you have Earthright Rune as well. Earthright Rune has been slowly picking up, but I wouldn't say it is a top tier deck, the Earthright Rune. But maybe for this expansion it might become stronger. But definitely Natural Rune tends to win a lot from this expansion. So let's continue with this Runecraft. So Device Diviner. This is a replacement for the Robo Goblin. We'll put a repair mode into your hand, and then if you evolve, you're gonna make the repair mode change the cost of a random repair mode in your hand to be 0. I don't know why it is random, why not choose, but anyway, you will not evolve most of the time. Most of the time you Fanfare and put a repair mode to your hand. The repair mode is very important. It's 1 mana heal 2, but it's not important because of the heal 2. It's because of the Machina combo that Machina is going to have. They play Tetra, and then they play another the 5 mana guy, where whenever you play a Machina card, you gain back 1 mana. And then they play another card where you play it's a 2 mana 3/1. Whenever you play a Machina card, you draw 1. So your Tetra keep pinging after evolve, right? You shoot 2 to 1 opponent, and then repair mode allows you to draw with the 3/1, and then at the same time the old man, the 5 mana card, will recover your play points. So at the same time you basically do not cost any mana at all to draw cards, and then you can use that remaining mana to play other Machina cards. So this replacement for Robo Goblin, so definitely a 5 star. Yeah, and then this is just a plus. If you need to evolve this and repair mode to 0, you're gonna gain back that mana with the old man and the 3/1. Then you can use that 1 mana to play Tetras, deal 2 damage, and then at the same time heal for 1 HP lah. So that's why this card is very strong. You do not need to wait for the card to die, not like Robo Goblin, to add that repair mode to hand. Yeah, so the next one is Frost Rune Knight. It's a bronze. It's a 5 mana 4/5. It's kind of below mana curve, but as cards go higher, right, their stats seems to be dropping. So I think this is on the line with the mana curve. And then Fanfare, if any allied amulets are in play, return 1 to your hand and then transform a random enemy follower with the highest attack in play into a snowman. So it acts like a remover. It doesn't banish, it does not destroy. So last word cards are going to be you can play around last word, but at the same time it's random lah. At 5 mana for Natural Rune is too much. The cost is too high. Maybe during about turn 4, turn 5 already, right? Turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, you maybe 3, 4, 5 and 6, yeah, you want to keep destroying your Natural Rune or playing your not Natural Rune, your Grade 3 in order for Riley to be played. So I'll give this a 2 star. Very unlikely to be played. It is a remover, but unless there's a certain threat that need to be removed by this way, yeah, Frost Knight Rune is not going to be played in Natural Rune. And then next, Ethereal Golem. Crystallize 2, it becomes Earth Surger. So basically this is for Earthright deck. So Seizure. So basically, Fanfare for the Seizure is you deal 3 to enemy follower you can choose, which is very good. And if you play this by itself, it deals 6 damage to an enemy follower. I don't like the second effect, but the first effect itself make this card a playable card, so I'll give this a 5 star because a lot of Earthright deck they need this. Currently Earth Sigil there's 2 mana, deal 3, but add that Earth Sigil to hand, which isn't, you have to waste mana to play it, so why not just play this card? At 2 mana, right, you're gonna destroy a follower with 3 damage, and then you just get it out. I mean, basically this is a 3 off for a Earthright deck. And I don't see the reason why you want to play the 2 mana deal 3 and add the Sigil to hand when you could just play this card and you just get a Sigil early game. Correct? So yeah, that's the reason why I give this a 5 star. Earthright deck will play 3 of this. Next, Mystic Absorption, banish enemy follower with 2 defense or less. Oh my god, 2 defense or less. There's not a lot of decks that are gonna have 2 defense or less. It get worse during a later game, and it's at 3 mana. If you have 20 card or less in your deck, banish any enemy follower. I will say this is very hard to hit alright, and then draw a card. Basically it's 3 mana, draw a card with a upside. Yeah, this is not good. I'll give it a 3 star. It might be played in some decks, but I highly doubt this is going to be played in any deck. I mean, maybe in a spell boost deck, but highly doubt it's going to be played. So this is about 2 to 3 star obviously. Yeah. And then Earth Sorceress. Okay, this for both Natural Rune and Earthright. To be honest, this is actually an Earthright card. It is not really a natural card. Because natural, right, you only have one card, one amulet in play. You won't have more than 1 amulet in play most of the time. So yeah, I'll give you a 4 star for Earthright deck. Earthright deck gonna play this, maybe not at 3, maybe at 2, because you know Earthright deck is quite resource intensive and then having to draw, giving them the draw, right, is very good, and they need certain cards at certain times, so allowing them to draw means that you're gonna get those cards. You have higher chance of able to draw those cards at the right time. So yeah, this is gonna be a 4 star. It's not gonna be definitely 3, but I think 2 Earthright deck will run 2 of these. Natural Rune might not run this at all. It doesn't add to anything that they want. You know, drawing 1 is not good. I rather they have the 3 add 3 to hand basically 2 mana. If you can add 3 to hand, it's gonna be a lot better. And at the same time, you do not want to draw in case you draw Riley. That's another reason why Natural Rune does not want to draw. Okay, so 4 mana for Earthright. As a 4 star because it's gonna be in Earthright deck. So Verge Walker Magician. Sorry, I might be a bit I might be a bit tired because I've been rushing this since 4 AM. Sorry, not 4 AM. I've been rushing this since 6 PM. Yeah, so I might be very very tired because I've been sitting down here for the last 6 hours. So Verge Walker Magician, Runecraft, 2 mana 2/2 on mana curve. Fanfare, put an Earth Essence into your hand. I would say that this is the same as, you know, playing the 2 mana deal 3 and then add 1 Earth Essence to hand, but the evolve is not bad. Earthright 1, you deal 2 damage to all followers, and we're gonna see a lot of Machina that's coming out, so I'll say that this card is very important to deal with Machina decks. And then if you have 2 Earth Sigil, it deals 4 damage instead. So this card itself, I'll give it a 3 star. It might be played given if Machina becomes a thing. If Machina is not a thing, then this card isn't as good in my opinion. So because you still have to evolve to activate the Earthright. Yeah, so 3 star, most likely it's going to be played. In my opinion, it's 3 to 4 star. And then next you have Spellbinder's Preparation. At 0 mana is Earth Sigil, and when it dies, right, if you have 20 or less cards in your deck, summon a Guardian Golem. In my opinion, that's a plus, but I'm not very sure if this will be played in a Earth Sigil deck. It might be played, so given that it's no 0 mana, you get Earth Sigil, then you can start increasing your Earth Sigil early on. So during the mid game, you have cards that destroy off Earth Sigil you control, and then after that proc those effect. Or even let's say you have this run, right, and then you have this set new, not this one, the current meta set, where you have the legendary crystallize one, and then it allows you to draw and heal one at the end turn, right? So having this and then playing that on turn one could actually increase your draw and filtering your deck. So I think this might see, oh, I give it a 2-star. Yeah, maybe it's because I did see this last word effect. Yeah, I think this is a 2 or 3-star lah. I don't think anybody would run it, because when it dies, right, it doesn't give you a draw. It's basically you're throwing one sigil away, and then it's only a one combo that is gonna be good with this. That one combo is the as I said, the legendary, and then playing this card. So yeah, I'll give it a 2-star to 3-star, I guess. It's not as strong as I think it is lah. No, I don't think it's gonna be very strong. I mean, given the explanation I give, that one combo might be good, but yeah, it doesn't impact much and it's not as strong, so very unlikely that this will be played. Next, oh, this is very, very good for runes. So runes one is one of the best one I see, though it's only stick to Machina. You won't play this in you're not gonna play this in spell boost, right? So sorcery in solidarity, choose. Use play points equal to this card cost and play this card as an Isabella's, Conjuration, or Tetra's Metal. Don't know how to pronounce this. If this card has been spell boost at least 5 times, instead put a random runecraft follower from your deck into your hand and give your leader the following effect until the end of turn. Whenever you play a Machina, draw a card. So so you either play as this, you put a random followers from your deck in your hand, or give your leader following effect until the end of a turn. Whenever you play a Machina, draw a card. In my opinion, this is 3 off. Definitely a 5-star card. Alright. But like I say, Machina itself, they can spell boost a card with the heal. And 5, right, is not very hard to get for a Machina deck. But the best, right, the reason why you play this card, even if it's not spell boosted 5 times, at 2 mana and gaining the ability to draw a card whenever you play a Machina spell, as you can see from here. Alright, whenever you play a Machina card, draw a card. This is a very, very strong effect in Machina decks. This will help you to retain your hand, at the same time give you the ability to deal a lot of damage to opponent without using out your resource in hand. Either you flood the board, or you have the Tetra, the effect to proc. Then you keep drawing cards because you heal, and then you deal 2 damage, and then you do not lose any resource. At the same time, the amount of draw, right, allows you to draw a lot of spell boost card, so you're able to draw those spell boost card very fast, and just spell boost them, and then you can just drop them off in your hand, and from there you win the game. So that's basically how Machina run is played. And with this, oh my god, this is another draw for them. Before that, we have to rely on 3-1 only, and now we have another one. I think Machina rune is one deck to watch out for in the upcoming meta. And next, the 5-star Storm Elementalist. So Fanfare, if any allied amulets are in play, return 1 to your hand and restore 2 to your leader. It's very good for natural rune, 3 mana, 3/3 on curve stats. And then when you evolve, right, you can return an allied amulet to your hand and deal 3 to an enemy follower. So with this, when you evolve, right, you can effectively remove 2 cards, and given the stats, right, you can easily remove 2 cards very easily. The only problem you might meet is that if you have activated the first effect, the second effect, if you have no more amulet, you're gonna lose out on this, because you cannot return another amulet. to hand. So usually this is not going to be a turn 3 because you need to evolve, right? It will be a turn 4, turn 5 card, but it's still very strong. Even let's say it's turn 4, right? You return Amulet to hand, you return your grade 3. Alright, you play your grade 3 again, evolve, you deal 3. So yeah, this is more like a turn 4 card, or even if it survive, right? Then next turn you just drop the grade 3 lah. Then you evolve, and then you deal 3. Then you hit 5/5 to face. This is a very strong card. It returns the grade 3 in hand, allows you to play again to increase the Riley count. So yeah, this is a very strong card in natural rune. I'll give this a 5-star definitely. I think I need to go faster because we have been online for how long? Been online for 1 hour already, and we are only 3/4 with rune. So I'm gonna increase my speed right now, and I'll just go through whatever cards that I think is gonna be very fast cards that I think is gonna be very weak. Regalo, Steel Chimera, Machina. For each card fuse to this, you only can fuse Machina. Okay, subtract true from your cost at 18. Oh, that's a very high cost. You know, all the heal I'm going to fuse with this, right, at 1 mana, it's not going to be, it's not going to be worth it lah, let's be real. So I return all Machina followers in hand. When you play this, you have ward, 5/5 ward, and then summon Assembly Droid for each follower return to hand. Okay, then give all allied Assembly Droid plus X plus X and rush. X equals to half the number of card fused to this card round up. So in order to play this, right, you need to fuse 4. So all of the droids get at least 4+4. But the criteria of this card, you need to have Machina cards, Machina followers on the board, and then you need to have enough Machina fused to this. So I don't think this is a very strong card in my opinion. It might be played in Machina rune, but I think it's very unlikely. Give this a 2-star. I don't really see why I'll play this when I could just play a spell boost Chimera, you know, Chimera 7/7/1, or I just play Chimera where I still have my board, I don't return them to hand. And yeah, I feel like Chimera will be better. Is it 9 or I think it's 9 or 10 mana, and then whenever you spell boost 1, it becomes reduce 1. Whenever you spell boost reduce, it costs by 1, and then you can drop double Chimera. In my opinion, that would be a lot more scarier than this. Give this a 2-star. Next, Daria Infinity Witch. I don't know what they done to you, my girl. Alright, you can choose when you play this, draw until your hand is full, or you draw a card with your spell boost. Like spell boost deck, right, they will want to draw spell boost card, and 8 mana draw. Okay, the good thing is that the spell boost those cards that you draw 3 times, and then this at the same time is whenever you play a card, whenever you play a spell boost 1, you reduce the cost by 1. This could be played in Kuon, but I highly doubt it's gonna be played lah. Because drawing until your hand is 7, where Kuon most of the time you already draw your hand. You maintain your hand as you're able to maintain your hand. You don't really need to draw. And then if I don't draw anything, right, I don't spell boost those cards. It's not a spell boost cards in your hand 3 times. It's only spell boost those cards that you draw. And then if you add another card that is not that doesn't have spell boost, then what? And you get what I'm trying to say. Then you don't get the spell boost. So why am I playing this? The question is, why am I playing this in a spell boost deck? Can I play this in a Machina rune? Oh, you could, but most of the time you won't gain a spell boost. At 8 mana, right, a 4/4 is not really that good. I'd rather play the 8 mana 2/2, and then when it Fanfare, right, it deals 2 damage to enemy follower, then you have Storm. I don't understand why I'll play this, to be honest. I understand Kuon sometimes you low roll, then after that, you do not have enough draw, you could just play this, but Yeah, I don't think I'll be playing this. I'll give it a 3 star. I can see some reason why people play in spell boost deck or Machina Rune, but then I don't think this is a very strong card, and people might find other stuff to replace her, to be honest. So 3 star. And with that, we finish Rune. We go to Dragon. Okay, Dragon, you have the new mechanic of this card. So if this card is discarded, restore 3 to your leader. End of turn, restore 3 to your leader when you play this at a card. As a card, 4 mana 2/6, which is on the line of the mana and stats, because 4 will give you a 4/4, right? So basically you just move the 2 over. So I'll give this a 2 star. Why? Because if this card you don't gain anything, you only gain 3 life. It's not impactful to the board, and then at the same time, yeah, playing this itself, you'll rather play other thing. This card is only for this card, so you want to play this. So next, Tonfa Dragon Newt. Oh, sorry. It's a bronze, 6 mana, 4/4 below mana curve, mana stack curve. At the end of your turn, put assembly droid in your hand. Fanfare, you crystallize 1, count down 3. End of turn, put 1 in hand. So for 3 turns, you put 3 droid. Summon 3 assembly droid. Okay, if you're gonna play Machina Dragon, right, you're gonna play Arrow, you're not gonna play Control or Tempo, so I'll give this a 1 star. It doesn't fulfill the criteria of turn 1 dropping a minion. It is very, very bad. And yeah, 6 mana is below stat, so this is more of a draft card. I don't see this playing in the limited format, that means rotation or unlimited. So next, Dragon Folk's Will. If this card is discarded, draw a card. Or when you play this spell, deal 6 to an enemy follower. I think this is if you're playing this card Dragon, right, definitely you play 3 of these, 5 star. But other than that, trust me, no one's gonna play this card. Not any deck. I don't see any that's gonna play this card at all, to be honest. Yeah, this is only for this card Dragon, 5 star. Other than that, no one's gonna play this card. Rockbacks, Ankylosaurus. Yeah, that's a very hard name to pronounce. Fanfare, discard a card, deal 1 damage to a random enemy follower. If a natural card was discarded, deal 1 to the enemy leader. Last word, draw a card. Okay, this is definitely a 5/off for this card deck, but other than this card deck, you won't play this. 2 mana, 2/2, okay? But yeah, other than this card deck, no one's gonna play this at all, to be honest. And there's very limited discard card in Dragon, so yeah, this is one of the best discard for the Dragon deck, so that's the only reason why it's 5 star. Yeah, this card Dragon is a very gimmick. I'll give this card, to be honest, by card itself, right, I'll give it a 3 star. It's not as strong as it's not strong, but because that if you're gonna play a discard Dragon, which I see that is a deck, then you'll definitely play 5 of this. I mean, you'll play 3 of this. The reason why it's a 5 star. Next, Scalebound Plight. Discard a card, draw a card. If Overflow is active for you, draw 2 instead. As I said, this for Discard Dragon. You discard a card, you draw a card, you don't gain back anything. But Overflow, you discard a card, draw 2 is a filter, and you prop your discard effect. So yeah, definitely 3 in a discard deck. No doubt about it. 5 mana, 5/5. Rush. Discard a card if it was a natural card, gain what? Last word, draw a card. Yeah, I'll give this a 3 star. It might be played, it might not be played. Given let's see how this card are played lah. Normally I don't think people will play this card lah. 5 mana is very high cost, and if you're playing this card deck, maybe at 5 mana to discard 1 card, it's not that good. So maybe it's played, given that you don't have enough discard card. But yeah, 3 star. Dracon Nitron. Draconitron. I think that's how it's pronounced. 4 mana, deal 2 to enemy leader, give +2 to another allied Machina follower. This is very strong. This is for your aggro Machina Dragon. This basically deals 2 to enemy face and then +2 to another Machina follower. Basically it's deal 4 without having the storm. Yeah, but yeah, basically it's deal 4 damage to opponent face. As aggro deck turn 4, I'll play this card. 4 star because I don't think people will run 3. I'm not very sure if you will run 3 because at the same time you're gonna fight with other cards too, because Machina Dragon, right, most of the time you want to drop a lot of 2 drops during the early game, so this is more of a late game card for you to finish your opponent. So I'm not very sure if you want to play 3 of this, because maybe you will play 3 lah, but it's 4 to 5 star cards, I guess. Some people won't agree to play 3 of these. Some people would agree to play 3 of these. It depends on preference, I guess. So yep, this is very good for aggro Machina Dragon. I hope it becomes a thing. Next one, oh, I didn't animate this. Yeah, this is a 5 star Steel Storm Dragon Newt. You put an assembly droid in your hand and change its cost to 0. Okay, so basically you have Brion, the 2 mana 2/2. Whenever creature follower enter battlefield, give it +1/+0. If you evolve that card, whenever a Machina enter the battlefield, give it +1/+1. So if Overflow is active for you, put 3 into your hand instead. Alright, this usually you won't see the Overflow effect, but yeah, usually it's the Fanfare effect that will trigger. Then if you evolve an ally Machina follower. Basically turn 4, right, let's say if you're going second, you evolve this card and it will evolve the droid, and then you just both go face. Not that you play this card this turn, you play this card on turn 3, and then turn 4 going second. This is basically a free evolve for another card and then hit face. In my opinion, this is 3 off definitely for aggro Machina Dragon. So therefore the 5 star. Next, Curse Furor. So you use play point equal to this card cost. Okay, you either play as Roran's Roar or Vladian's Claw. If Overflow is active for you, gain an empty play point and destroy a random flower enemy. So Roran's Roar is gain an empty play point. At 3 mana, gaining a play point is not something new. We have the amulet, but I rather play the amulet, to be honest. The one, the core, not the one where last word you either gain a play point or you destroy 1 card or something. No, it's the core. I prefer core over this. And destroy random enemy follower. So 3 mana destroy random enemy follower is not bad, but yeah, if you have enough op and Overflow is active for you, I do not see any reason why I will play this card. Yeah, I'll say that it's a 3 star. It might be played, but you have core and you already have the 2 mana ram already for dragon, so I do not see the reason why you play this card other than destroying random enemies. So therefore the 3 lah. Other than that, I think it's most probably going to be a 2 to 3 star card. Next, Ship's Bane, Plesiosaurus. Sorry, I'm not very good with names, guys, you have to forgive me on that. So Fanfare, give your leader the following effect: when you discard a card, deal 2 to a random enemy follower and the enemy leader. If you have 10 play points, this follower can evolve for 0. Very good. If you're gonna ram this very fast, you can evolve this for 0, and then it gains the effect. Whenever you discard a card, deal 2 to a randomly follower and enemy leader. Basically, this is a discard card deck. And then evolve, you discard a card, then you draw 2 cards. If a natural card will discard, restore 2 to your defense. You don't really need the heal, to be honest. This is your heal already. So for discard dragon, 5 star for sure. This is your win con basically. So yeah, definitely gonna play 3, right? So next, Rola, Infernal Dragon. If at least 2 Machina cards in your hand gain Bane and Ward, as 7 mana enhance, gain +2/+2 and Storm. Basically, this is one of your game ender as well. If you have 2 enemy followers or less in play, deal 3 to a random enemy follower 2 times. Not bad. Basically, you can remove a ward. Then if there are at least 3, deal 2 to all enemy followers. Not bad as well, I guess. And this is strong because it's a Machina. During early game with Beyond, you can combo with this. And during the late game, this gains Storm basically. Could be a game ender, so, and it does remove ward, so yeah, why not? Deal 3, imagine is Magna, right? Magna is the only card. You play this at 7 mana, you remove Magna and you just Storm face for 4 damage. Not bad, I guess. So Machina wise, definitely a far 5-star, you're gonna play 3 in your Machina deck. This is your replacement for Robo Goblin, etc. But it won't replace the 8 mana Machina card, the one where you excel and you gain 2 1/1s droid. So yeah, I can see this being played at 3 lah. So that's for the 5-star. And then with that we have finished Dragon. Now we are moving to Shadow. Ghostly Assault. With the removal of the 2 mana deal 2 and then summon Ghost, you have Ghostly Assault that deals 3 to enemy follower. Damn good. It's not random, it's deal 3 to end enemy follower, and you put a ghost in hand. Definitely 5-star. Why? Because this is 4 damage, right? Imagine 4 damage. You know, 2 mana deal 3 strong. It's the same as the old card, but the ghost, right? You can play it with Shuten, right? Shuten Shadow. Shuten Shadow, the ghost is 1 mana 1/1, right? There you go. We can stop playing the crane, right? The crane where if it dies you get a 1/1. We can play this instead, you know. Having the ghost in hand, you can use the ghost for the Burrow Ride for the 1 mana 1/1. So yeah, why not? This is strong. If I remember correctly, ghosts are storm also, so you could play other cards and then use this as a litter, that 1 damage off litter, you know. So yeah, definitely I can see decks running this at 3, even if it's control Shadow. Yes, PTP control Shadow. And with the new gimmick you can also play Burrow Ride Shadow. I will talk about that later. So now, whole Spirited Necromancer, Fanfare Burrow Ride, animate 5, no, 1-star. There's nothing else you want to reanimate 5 at 5 mana. Yeah, nothing. Spectral Servant, this is a not bad card, you know. Summon and Necrofauna, and then at 6, right, you summon 2 instead. So I'll give it a 3-star. It may be played. The reason why I see that it may be played because you have Toph Natura Shadow, and Necrofauna have Rush. It's 2/1. Basically you're not losing much as a 3 mana 3/2, and when it dies, right, you also can give it +1/+1, give it a 3, or it deals 1 damage to an enemy follower. There's another card that I think will be played, and they might play this, you know. I'm not very sure is it a confirm, but they might. So therefore a 3-star. It might be a 3 to 4, given that I don't think I'll be playing 4 of this in a 3 of this in a deck. I think it's more of a 2 off, so therefore the 3 to 4 rating. Dancing Ghost, no. 4 mana 3/3 below curve, summon a ghost and then give 1 to all. If it's 8, summon if you play this 8, summon 3 and then give 1. It's more of a draft card, 1-star. Fatal Order, so reanimate. This is the Burrow Ride deck I was talking about. So this is one of the combo cards. So you reanimate 10, then give that follower Rush and a following effect. Banish this follower at the start of your next turn. So basically you can reanimate followers like with Storm. Yeah, followers with Storm, and then basically you can just storm your enemy at 4 mana, you know. But if you Burrow Ride the card at before that, right, holy shit, you think about it, good. You give this to Ginsetsu, also not bad. Reanimate 10 Ginsetsu, or even, you know, what's the other card? No, okay. You also can combo with the 1 mana spell, the one that removed the effect. Then basically that card is there forever already, right? If you think about it, yeah, this is a very good combo card. With that, I'll give it 2-star because it's only in the gimmick deck. Yeah, very unlikely to be played, but it is definitely going to be played in gimmick deck. I think, okay, never mind. I'll give this a 5-star, given that, you know, in gimmick deck you'll definitely play this. Sorry, you'll definitely play this. So yeah, 5-star for gimmick deck, I guess. But other than that, I think it's normally a 2-star card. Sorry, this was, yeah, too gimmicky for me. I don't really like it, but yeah, we still have to be true lah, that this will be played 3 in a gimmick deck, definitely. Yeah, so 5-star in the gimmick deck. Other than that, is a 2-star, I guess. I'll show you the combo later. So next one, you have Thrive Scythe Reaper, gain 2 shadow when you play it. Then at 6 mana destroy enemy follower. Hell yeah, I'm gonna play this in PTP. That's a 3 off. yeah, that's the reason why I have to be fair with the previous card, because in P2P control shadow you're gonna play 3 of these. Definitely gain 2 shadow, there's 3 shadow in total once this die. Who won't want the 3 shadow, you know? So this is good. Forget to animate this. Beastly medium. Last word, put a natural grade 3 in your hand and change cost to 0. I'll give it a 4 star. I'll give it a 4 star because 3 mana 2/3 is hard to remove, and at the same time I can get a natural 3 at 0 cost to be played later, and it allows me to play the legendary first, the natural legendary, and then after that I can instantly play the 3 at 0 cost, so I do not need to wait for next turn where I'll get 2 fauna cat, but because of this I can play that and then get another one. So give a 4 star. I don't know if people play 3 because at the same time this have to die first, but at the same time the last word, right, counts into 12, so yeah, 4 to 5 star. I guess people will definitely play this in natural shadow. Friends Forever. This is the new spell for shadow. Choose. Use play point equal to this card cost and play this at Luna's game or Aina's friendship. Yeah, Aina's friendship. Necromancy 4. Instead, reanimate 4, reanimate 2, reanimate 1, restore 4 to your leader and put a Fleeting Joy in your hand. This is for Machina Shadow. Yeah, this is for Machina Shadow. The only reason why you have Fleeting Joy is Machina Shadow. Or reanimate deck. Yeah, there's a reanimate deck, but it works with Jiangshi, then they go with PTP. So in my opinion, it's more of Machina cards lah, because one, you reanimate 1, you got a droid. 2, you have a lot of 2 drops. 4, right, what do you have? 4, you have Aisha. Reanimate 4 for Aisha, you know, it's very strong. Or reanimate 4 for the 4 mana 3/3 last word summon and droid. That could also be played as well. Okay, so basically yeah, Luna's game is reanimate, and then Anya's friendship is add the Fleeting Joy to hand and then restore 4 to your leader. Okay, this is Fleeting Joy. Start your next turn, leader can't take more than 5 damage at a time. Sorry, this thing is blocking. And then at you play this at 9 mana, right? Sorry, yeah, this thing is blocking. How do I remove this? Sorry about that technical issue. And it's jam. Please don't jam on me. Why do you do this to me? Okay, sorry. So Fleeting Joy, right? Enhance 9, randomly put 4 Machina followers in play and for a deck into play. So there's cards lah for it. So Machina, they can flood and then they will win the game from there. So yeah, the reason why this card is at 4 star is because of how flexible it can be in a Machina deck. Yeah, at the same time you're gonna get the Necromancy 4 because Machina Shadow, right, they don't use Necromancy for anything, so you're definitely gonna hit the Necromancy 4. Alright, animate 1, 2 and 4, you're gonna reflood the board again. At the same time your Fleeting Joy is gonna be your end game, your game ender lah, basically. So with that out of the way, 4 star definitely. I don't think it will be a 3 off because given how high its cost is, I think it's basically a 2 off, I guess. Yeah, because you already have Anais on its own already, which is harder to remove, and at the same time it gives you the Fleeting Joy that you need for your late game for Machina Shadow. So yeah, this is basically a 2 off or something. Next, Jacker Shovel Gravedigger. This is very strong, and this will be played in Machina as well. There's a reason why the spell is good, because if this follows summon with a spell effect, it gives X plus X, slash plus X and rush. X equal a number of other ally Machina followers in play, and with that you will gain with that spell you will gain at least +2/+2 and you have Bane by itself, which is very strong. And if you evolve this, holy shit, you know, summon 4 assembly droid, very good to be honest. And the 4 assembly droid, you start flooding the board. You just imagine lah, you evolve this +4/+4, to be honest, quite good and it already have Bane, so yeah, why not? And it's gonna remove whatever you were gonna remove anyway, so with Bane, and then yeah, the 4 droid is gonna start poking opponent the next turn lah. Therefore, this is a 5-star in my opinion in a Machina deck, because Machina deck they'll be playing a lot of Reanimate right now, and then this will effectively be one of the cards they want to Reanimate. Yeah. So this another Machina, He Who Rocked. This another card that most likely people will be Reanimate. So this card right serve in 2 decks. Like one is the Gimmick Barrier Right deck. Like I said, you could play this with Laura, or you could Reanimate with the 4-drop, and then you just Storm for 5 damage. Not bad, right? You think about it. And then if you kill something or your opponent has to remove this, right, Reanimate 8. You can Reanimate some other Machina cards as well. Basically the main one you want to go for is Anai. With Anai, right, at the end turn you still comes out with the MK Poly 2, which makes Anai, which protect Anai very well. So yeah, this card is very very strong. I'll give it a 5-star. You're playing as Machina because you remember the Fleeting Joy at 9 mana, right? You put 4 different Machina card, right? He will come in as one of the Machina card, and having Storm, you are gonna hit for 5. And if it dies, right, Reanimate 8, you're gonna revive something else that is big, that is gonna deal with your opponent. And you don't really have to play this. You don't really have to play this at 10, to be honest. Alright, and Accelerate 3, right? You summon 3 Assembly Droid. This is also another card for PTP Shadow control as well, because that 3 droid, right, this 1 shadow and 3 droid, that will be 4 shadow. So this is also another card that will be played in PTP decks. So yeah, 5-star definitely. Able to play in 3 different type of deck. Why not? And then Grimoire Death Teller. Invocation, start of your turn. If you have more shadow than cards in your deck, evoke this card. When this follower comes to play, if you have more shadow than cards in your deck, give your leader the following effect. Basically, once the invocation is activated, then you have this effect. For each turn, right, when you perform Necromancy, gain X shadow and recover X points. X equals the Necromancy cost. It's not the first Necromancy when you perform, right? Yeah. So whenever you perform Necromancy, you gain back X shadow and recover X point. X equals to the Necromancy cost. Basically, you could play cards and then recover all your play point again. But I feel like this is very gimmicky. I do not know any decks that is going to run this as of now. Not even in PTP Shadow, in my opinion, because in PTP Shadow, you will not want to use Necromancy, because if you use Necromancy, right, you're not going to reach 30 shadow. So therefore, I find it very weird, like which deck is going to run this. So for now, I'll give it a 2-star. I don't see it going to be played anywhere. Very unlikely to be played. But what will people do is they'll play the 1-3 ward for, yeah, people will play it for the 1-3 ward, but not in Shuten, because if let's say, right, accidentally, right, you have more shadow than your deck, then it comes in before you want to drop Ginsetsu, it might hurt you instead. You see, that's the reason why I give it 2-star. But if you want to play, it's for the 1-3 ward basically. Yeah, 1-3 ward is very strong against aggro deck. You must remember, right, currently there's going to be a lot of Machina decks, and with a lot of Machina decks running around, a 1-3 ward is going to kill 3-1-1. So yeah, that's the only reason if people are going to play, but it's very unlikely anyone going to play this in their deck. And then next we have Bloodcraft. Rush, Fanfare, if you played one of this match against Storm instead, yeah, I don't think it's going to be played. You have a lot of other better Storm cards, and you have the 4-mana 4-3 Vengeance, so I don't see why I'm playing this guy at all, to be honest. So yeah, 1-star. Curse Brand Strike, deal 4 to enemy follower, summon a Curse Brand Vampire. If Vengeance is active for you, give +1/+1 to all followers. This is the Curse Brand Vampire. It's a 1-mana 1/2, and with that, I think this is a 3-star card. It might be played in aggro. Basically, aggro, they flood the board turn 1, a 1/2, turn 2 maybe a 2/1/1s, or turn 3 where you play this, right, you have 4 minions and you give it +1/+1 to all 4, or 3 minions give +1/+1. I don't see why not lah, to be honest, if you are playing a Vengeance deck. So in Vengeance aggro, then yes, 3 or not. It's not as good as people think. So yeah, therefore the 3-star is only in Vengeance deck. Aloof Archfiend, Bane, last word, start of your turn, draw 2. This is basically for the Everise effect, but you most of the time you only need to draw 1 more, you know, you draw 2. At the same time, right, the 5 mana 2/5 is below stats, even though you have Bane, you have big backside, which is very good. But yeah, I'll give this a 1 star. I don't think there's any that's going to run this at all. There's no Everise deck at all currently. Yeah, I do not recognize Everise as a deck because there's not enough card to run. There's no win count for Everise as of now. Therefore, the reason why I feel like this card is not going to be played at all. Vampiric Bloodbinder, sorry. Maintenance. What is tier 1's deck? Yeah, no, currently there's maintenance. What is tier 1 decks tomorrow? Tier 1's deck tomorrow. I've not done any deck theory yet, but I'm seeing there's a few decks coming out right now, and in my opinion, right, honest opinion, right, Aggro Forest with Machina Rune, one deck to look out for. Koan will be dropping, Natural Dragon might stay, but with the amount of aggro deck. Oh, Elena's later we'll go to Heaven, right? Elena's is one deck that's gonna go up in my opinion, because all the aggro is gonna come out on the first day. So Elena might be a fake tier 1 deck given that they have Ward. And yeah, basically this is the reason why I think Elena's gonna be a fake tier 1 deck. Just to fight aggro deck, because aggro deck cannot deal with Ward. So basically there's that 2 Heaven deck that plays Ward, right? One is Elena Machina Elena, and the other one, the pure Ward Elena deck might be a fake tier 1. Other than that, Koan has started losing Zealot, so there will be a drop down, I think. Oh, Natural Rune is another deck to look out for. Given that just now I say, right, Natural Rune has more cards to support them right now. So yeah, Natural Rune is one card. I hope I answer you, Blurboy. I hope you're still there. I do not know how long has the question been asked, because I've been trying to quickly end this presentation. So let's go back to the presentation. I hope I answered your question. Vampiric Bloodbinder, Fanfare, deal 1 damage to your leader. This helps with Wraith. At the start of your turn, next turn, draw a card. I think this card is very strong, even at 2 mana 2/2. It activate Wraith, and basically the draw 1 is a very, very good one. You do not lose resource with this card. So I don't care if activate Everise or not. That draw 1 itself is bloody good. Therefore, 5 star. Wraith deck will play 3 of this for sure, in my opinion. So yeah. Next one, Wicked Pact. So destroy an enemy follower. If vengeance is not active for you, deal X to your leader. Basically, this will help you increase your vengeance, and X equals the destroyed follower's attack. Otherwise, deal 1 damage to your enemy leader. So basically, if vengeance is active for you, is destroy that minion and ping 1 to your opponent face. So I'll give you a 3 star. I'm not very sure vengeance deck will be running for this, because you must remember at 2 mana there's a lot of other cards that does almost the same thing but better. You have the 2 mana deal 2 to yourself, deal 3 to either opponent face or minion, which is a lot more which is better lah, and a lot more flexible. And then you have the other one that deal 3 to a random and then give 1 card in your hand plus 2/+0. I think that would be better than this in all honesty. So I'm not very sure if this will see play at all, but yeah, I'll give it a 3 star, given that it's still quite strong because it destroy any enemy follower. And against Ward, right, it might be a 4/6, or yeah, against Ward 4/6, you just take 4 damage lah, and you can destroy a follower. Whereas with the other 2 options, right, during early game they are strong, but during the later, as the turn goes later, they get weaker and weaker. So yeah, basically 3 star from me. It might see play, might not very sure. I can see reason why it see plays, I can see reason why it doesn't. Yeah. Hellspear Warrior, if Everrise is active for you, gain Storm, 2 star. Like I said, Everrise is not a deck in my opinion, but if Everrise deck is played, now it will be played in the Everrise deck. But as of now, 2 star. I have a lot of better Storm target. Why do I want to play this, you know? And next, Moonlight Vampire. Destroy enemy follower amulet. If Wrath is not active for you, deal 2 to your leader. Otherwise, restore 4 to your leader. This for Wrath deck. Give it a 2-star because let's be real here. What decks you have to destroy amulet right now? PTP? There's only one deck. And yeah, PTP, that's all. And you destroy enemy follower, you could do that you can do that with other cards. So return of aggro, very likely, very likely. But at the same time, you have anti-aggro cards lah. So aggro might, I say that yeah, they buff a lot in aggro, but does that do the cards present answers them well or not? That is the question that we should be asking, because aggro decks are going to be strong. We see a lot of very strong aggro decks, a lot of strong aggro support lah, basically. But this set, right, just before the new meta, this set, the current meta right now, we do not see any aggro deck at all, basically because why? A lot of card does very well against aggro, and aggro are not fast enough. So if the return of aggro decks are back, then Heaven itself will be very strong. Because a lot of deck are basically control. Evolve Sword is basically a control deck. It's a temporary control lah. I wouldn't say it's a control deck. It's a temporary control. Natural Dragon is more of a control deck. Kron is basically a very control deck that synergize with its spell boost. So a lot of control deck are gone. And with aggro, right, you'll be putting pressure on Natural Rune, Greenwood Forest, and at the same time, Amatas where it's a combo deck itself, even though it's very aggro, but at the same time, you're just gonna be out-tempoing them with pure aggro deck. So yeah, we are really looking at how aggro is gonna be, how strong aggro is gonna be tomorrow. I have a feeling that aggro deck will
Tomorrow
not.
Tomorrow is a 2015 film directed by Cyril Dion, starring Cyril Dion, Melanie Laurent, and Ellen.
Oopsie. Yeah, my phone, like Google, actually thinks I was asking something. Also, yeah, I do have a feeling aggro might not meet up to the standard that is gonna be lah. Have a very how do I say this? I have a feeling it will not meet the standard that most people would wish lah, or most people. It won't disappoint those people that wish aggro is gonna be dead again. Yeah, it will disappoint. But in my opinion, aggro might come back lah. We are seeing a lot of very strong aggro cards, but will they be strong enough? We have yet to see lah. We have yet to see, because the meta for this current meta, aggro and flooding decks are all dead because they are not going fast enough. So yeah, we do hope that aggro decks come back. So going back to here, 2 mana. Yeah, other than PTP, unless PTP is gonna be very strong, you don't see, it is very unlikely to be played lah. Yeah, I forgot to animate this as well. Garnet Watts. So use play point equal to this card, play as Ura's Reverie or Mono's Resolve. So if Vengeance is active for you, instead deal 3 to enemy and recover 1 play point. Yeah, this is gonna be played in aggro deck. The only reason why I give this 5-star is aggro deck. Hell yeah. If Vengeance is active for you, oh sorry, I didn't let you guys see, right? So Mono's Resolve, recover 1 evolve point. Alright. This mono, then if it's not, then the other one is Ura's Reverie, it deals 3 to enemy phase. It's not as how did I say, it's not as flexible as the other card, but I will still play this. That means, right, you don't take the damage. So right now, right, we have 6 spell card that deals 3 to enemy phase. That's basically 369, that's 18 damage, Basically, if I have to draw all these, right, and remember, okay, blood, right, we lost what do we lost? We lost the Laura, the one where if Vengeance active for you, give another card Storm, and then Evolve is a 5/5. But we gain this back, which is a lot more better at 2 mana. This is Red Deck Wins. This, in my opinion, is Red Deck Wins. And at the same time, right, you also have the 3/2. If Vengeance is active for you, it deal 2 to enemy face. You can play 3 of that. So, Vengeance Zack, I see this as a plus. This is very, very, very strong. So, therefore, this 5-star 3 off. I'll play 3 of this in my deck. I don't care. I'll just go face, pink face every time. I'll win from that. Holy shit, this card is very, very strong. Do not underestimate this card. People will be like, oh, recover one evolve point. That one evolve point is a plus, I tell you. Okay? That deal 3 to face. 1 card to look out for. Of course, if there's Elena, prepare to scoop. But if Kuon, Kuon players tomorrow will be crying to this. Sword will be crying to this. As long decks that doesn't have heal, they'll be crying to this card. Definitely. Alright. And with that, Mecha Shot Devil. So if 10 ally has been destroyed, recover 1 evolve point. Meh. If at least 2 Machina card in hand, give the leader a following effect. Okay, so if your evolve point is max, right, you don't get back the evolve point. You must remember about that. So recovering evolve point and able to evolve this for free is, yeah, the latter is definitely better than the first. If at least 2 Machina card in hand, give your leader following effect. At the end of your opponent turn, summon assembler droid. This effect does not stack, so the evolve is end turn you get a droid. But it's always lah, so I'll say it's 2-star lah. I'll say it's 2-star. I don't think Machina Blood will be playing this because they have a lot of other 3-star they will be playing. 3 mana card they will be playing, so yeah, I very unlikely to be played, and if it's played, it's only for the second effect. So yeah, but it's on curve lah. Basically, this card is on curve, and having 10 ally Machina destroyed early is quite impossible lah. Yeah, so in my opinion, 2-star. Noir Daybreaker Vampire. Do you want to pronounce it? Daybreak Vampire. Not Breaker, Daybreak. Ward. Alright, 4 mana Ward. Not bad. 4/4 on curve. If any other ally Machina in play, destroy 1, evolve this follower. Good. You want to destroy, right? So at 3 mana, you have the robot bat. You want to destroy it to gain the 2/1/1s. So what at the end of the turn, summon 2 Assemble Void. If at least 10 Machina follower have been destroyed this match, give all allies +2/+2 and what? Very, very strong. Alright, this is very, very strong at 4 mana, and you can summon 2 Assembler Void and you know, end of turn summon 2, and then you give all Machina follower +2/+2. So imagine you flood the board, right, and you play this at turn 4, and you still have a board. Or you don't play this on turn 4 lah, maybe you turn 5 or turn 6, and you have a board, right, all your Machina get +2/+2 and what, it will be very, very huge. So in terms, this card going to be very strong, but not going to be a 3 off basically, because 4, right, you have other cards to play with. You have the 4 mana 3/3. When you play, you get a droid, and evolve, you recover 2 play point. You're able to, you also get the healing, the Machina healing, the 1-drop. You can heal a Machina card for 3, and then at the same time you can play a droid. So I'm not very sure if this will replace that. I think this will replace that, but I won't think you'll be playing 3 of these obviously, because you also have the demon where the Meta Demon, the girl of 4 mana 4/3 evolve. If you have 2 other Machina, it deals 2, and then when you plays, right, for each Machina card in play, you draw a card. Basically, Machina, they need the draw, so they will play that definitely for 3 lah, at 3. So this one I think it will be a 2 off. It might even be a 1 off, because having 10 destroyed is quite hard, to be honest. So you won't drop this very early, but if you're able to drop this very early, this will be a very strong card. So yeah, I'll give it a 4-star. This card, the reason why I'm so sad is because I like this artwork a lot. This artwork is damn nice, but her effect is, yeah, her effect is bad. It might be good if Arise deck is playable and we are playing a lot of Machina, and if Arise active for you, evolve this flower, Fanfare is summon a Flood Behemoth. Then the strike for evil is -2/-2 to all enemy followers. If their defense drop to 1, below 1, sorry, the followers are destroyed. So this is Flood Behemoth, Clash deal 1 to all enemy followers, and he have Ward, right? So that's why it's strong against Machina. But yeah, I don't think this will be that strong. 6 mana 3/3, that's very bad stats, to be honest. So what, as much I want her to be in a meta, I'll give her 1 star. I want the other version where she's in a nightgown. I mean, this is good as well, but moving on. Heavencraft, so I left Heaven, Portal and Neutral. I'm very hungry, so I hope I can finish this in time. Crystallize 2. You have one or more cards in your, if you have more cards in your opponent's hand than this, subtract, okay, if more cards in your hand than your opponent, subtract 1 from this amulet, countdown. Last word, summon this guy. He has Storm at 2/4. How I'm seeing this play is that you play this on turn 2, going first. Turn 5 you play Elena, and then you heal while this card is already out, and then you become a 3/5 Storm. So very unlikely is we play. I rather play all the other early crystallized card where you have 1 mana, you have another Featherfolk, which is 3/5. When it comes into play, it heal you or trigger Elena. Then there's another one where if you have more evolved than your opponent, right, it's Crystallized 2. I think you have Crystallized 2 is a 5/3 and rush, which is a lot better. And yeah, that 2 will be much more better than this. I don't see a reason why it will replace any of them. Very unlikely this will play. The only reason why this is played will be because it's Storm, but yeah, I highly doubt it's going to be played. Even in Natural Heaven, right, they won't play this because Natural Heaven, right, they want to drop very early small minions to start poking your opponent, and they will not want to play this on turn 2, to be honest. So yeah, there's a reason why I only give it a 2 star, because I don't see it in Natural Heaven as well. Blind Justice, banish an enemy follower, very good. The downside, you restore 5 to enemy leader. If I'm playing a control deck, I don't care if I heal 5 to opponent leader, but as of now, alright, there's not much control deck, and yeah, if there's a control deck, they'll definitely play this, but there's no control deck. It doesn't fit into any of the meta decks, so yeah, we only see it's a 3 star. I highly doubt any deck's going to run this. But if there's a deck that run it, yeah, they'll be running the different decks that need removal. They'll be running this lah. I mean, they need a very strong removal. They'll be running this. Other than that, I don't see a reason why you will run this. So next, Fortune Foul. Summon a Beast called Aria. At hand 6, subtract 3 from its countdown. This is a Beast called Aria. So countdown 3. Last word, summon a Holy Falcon and a Holy Flame Tiger. Okay, so this is the Holy Falcon 2/1 Storm, and then Holy Flame Tiger 4/4. At 3 mana, right, you get a Beast called Aria. Is very late, and the stat is a 3/1. By right, if you want something like this at 3/3, it might still be playable, but given that it's 3/1 and Beast Aria, just the amulet itself, I'll give it a 2 star. I don't see any reason why I want to play this at all, to be honest. It's not going to be in any decks in my mind lah. In my mind, in Heaven, there's only what, you have Natural Heaven, alright, you have Elena's Amulet Heaven, you have Ward Heaven that's running the 4/6 Holy Knight, and you have Machina Elena's Heaven. Yes, Machina Elena Heaven will be coming back. I can't guarantee it's gonna be top tier, but it's definitely gonna make a comeback because there's a deck gonna be running around it. I'll show you why. Soul Sister. Hey, this is not the Soul Sister from Magic. This is complete crap. Alright, Ward. Okay, it's a 2 mana 2/2 Ward. People will play for the Ward, but there's a lot better Ward. Wards, right? I'd rather play a 1/3 Ward. Fanfare and Hand summon a Pyrus Fox. Yeah, you get the amulet, you don't even get the Guardian Fox. You have to wait until the amulet dies and you get a Guardian Fox. So yeah, what the hell? I'll give it a 1 star, man. I'm not gonna play in what happening. There's better what to play than this. I'd rather play the 1-3 watt. 1-3 watt is stronger. Why? Because it takes 2 times to hit. That means your Holy Knight, one proc twice compared to this, correct? And a 1-3 watt, right, it is gonna remove 1 star, because you must remember 1-3 is a very nice number right now because of Shooten Shadow. Because Shooten Shadow, there are a lot of 2-1. There are a lot of 2-1 and 1 HP cards. So the reason why 1-3 is a magic number is because of this. Yep. And next, Radiant Muse. I don't know how to pronounce the last word. Anyway, Fanfare, if natural amulet are in play, gain +1/+1, subtract 1 from the counter of all ally amulet. Okay, so basically just now we see a lot of amulet decks, right? A lot of amulet cards. So they don't play natural, so I'm not very sure how this will fit into those amulet deck. But in natural itself, right, they do have cards that needs counter, because they natural heavens, they are gonna play Agnes, the one with Storm, and whenever amulet is destroyed, it reduces its cost by 1. If it's grade 3, it costs by 2. So I'm not very sure if this card will fit in very well. I'll give this a 2 star. Very unlikely this is played, because at 3 mana, as I said lah, you want to have more aggro present. At 3 mana, 3/3 is a must to have, I guess. If I'm gonna play this, I want it to be 3 mana 3/3 and then gain a +1/+1. I do not want a 3 mana 2/2 then gain a +1/+1. And subtract 1 for amulet, ally amulet. Usually natural heaven, right? By turn 2, yeah, you will come out the ruffle. Is it the ruffle, the 1/3 clash guy? The before the amulet is 2, right? And then after that, if you have a grade 3, it becomes 1. So this ain't playing, this ain't helping much, in my opinion. So yeah, that's the reason why it's 2 star. I don't think it's gonna fit in that deck very well. There's a lot of better cards than this, to be honest. So next, Holy Light Convert. Enhance 8, summon another one of this. You have what? Okay. At the start of your opponent turn, game +2 for each ally follower with what in play. So in what deck this is going to see in play, but the only, okay, I'm going to give it only 2 star. Why? Because Heaven, right, at 4 mana, right, is very, very flooded already. There's not much other cards you want to play at 4 mana, to be honest. If you're going to play, it's going to be a one-off, and I don't see reason why people would choose Alana over this, No, I don't see reason why people would choose this over Alana. Alana is so much better than this, and you still can play Kelf with Alana. This, no, I don't see any reason why this will be picked over Alana. This is a strong card, definitely, but Alana is so much stronger than this, that this card will just basically have no place in the Heaven deck. Yeah, so next, Pelgrim's Path. Count of 10. If this is your 5th turn or later, put a Halo Dogma in your hand. If this is your 10th turn or later, put 2 in your hand instead. Whenever this counter is reduced by an allied spell or effect, summon a Holy Falcon. Holy Falcon is the this Halo Dogma. You subtract 2 from counter of an ally amulet. You draw a card, and then Holy Falcon is this 2/1 star, as we showed you just now. In my opinion, this card is very, very bad. If just now the Messus, right, natural Messus can combo with this, you have a lot of AoE amulet reduction in the meta, then this card will be good, but there's not much AoE amulet reduction in meta, so this card becomes quite weak, to be honest. Yeah, or not, you'll see a lot of amulet decks which flood with minions turn 4, turn 5. So yeah, and waste 1 space as well. So I highly feel that it's a good card, to be honest. I'll give it a 1 star. I don't think it fit into any decks at all right now. Given that amulet reduction deck is not a deck, you have amulet Alena, but you do not have an amulet reduction deck. Yeah. Robo with Reverend. So as I was saying, right, this is the return of Machina Alena because of this card as well. It's a Machina. During your turn, whenever an effect restore defense to an ally, alright, give +0/+1 to all allied non-Machina followers and +1/+1 to all allied Machina followers. So basically all your Machina followers get +1/+1. And then evolve is the same, but this literally second mini Alena, given that it's only for Machina, and you have to heal defense to an ally. Oh, basically your face also can, what? Correct? So this mini Alena at 2 mana, they are doing it again. Given that, okay, Alena, is all cards, but at the same time, what the hell? This thing is back. Oh, I swear this is gonna. This is the reason why I see aggro as problematic. Because of this card. This is gonna kill all the aggro decks. Basically this, you have 6 Alena in the deck. Ooh, well done. Side games. Well done. People who hate Alena is gonna complain again. Thank you so much. And with that, this is a 5-star. 3 of definitely same as Alena. Oh, you can play back Limo already. Yeah, Limo, everything. Ooh, go back in Robo Goblin. Iron back none. What were you thinking? What were you thinking? Oh, with that, welcome back, Alena. And then we go on to the next one. Major Prayers. So use play point equal to this card cost. Play this card as every prayer or Malskewer's raid. Malskewer's. This is a very cute cat. Is it a cat? I think it is. If at least 2 amulet are in play, instead draw 2 and summon a Malskewer's and Rough Tough Major. So draw 2 card. Good. At 3 mana draw 2 is okay lah. I wouldn't say it's very good, but this summon a Malskewer Rough Tough Major. Alright. And people will be like, Alena amulet, you don't really need to draw, right? And then you just summon another amulet. Is this good? But remember, this is a Malskewer that comes out from the amulet. You must remember, this can also be played in Natura's Heaven. I'll give this a 3-star. Why? Because like I say, right, Natura, okay, not like I say lah, but Natural, right, you can easily reach that 2 amulet. You have the Bell if you're gonna play Kelv. If you're not gonna play Kelv, you still have the Malskewer amulet with the Great Tree. So in my opinion, you can play 3 of these lah. Actually, no. I think I'm a bit too hype after knowing that we have the second Alena. I think this is a 4-off. Sorry, this is definitely this is a 4-off. This is a 4-star, not a 5-star card, because I don't think you'll be running 3 of this. You want more follower because you want to aggro your opponent face. Yeah, drawing 2 definitely is good. You want to draw into your Agnes, and then you get another Rough Tough Major, which is not bad. So yeah, red. Yeah, you get another Rough Tough Major. So basically this one will help you to storm your opponent at 3 mana. I don't see why not. 3 mana 1/3, you basically play this for free. So yeah, but I don't think this will be a 3-off lah. In all honesty, I think this will be a 2-off, given that you still want to start flooding the board, and this is not as you're playing the Rough Tough at 3 mana might not be as strong, but yeah, we have to see why. You have to see. I think it might be strong. I can see reason why it's strong, but at the same time, I don't think it fits well with the aggro team. Yeah. So it could fix well with the aggro team because it's the aggro that you draw, right? But at the same time, 3 mana for a 1/3. Yeah, so basically a 2-off, I guess. The drawing is good, Rough Tough is good, but it's not as good as we think it might be lah. So 4 star. Next, Vive Death Grip. Oh my god, this is so gimmicky. Fanfare, put 2 Iron Knuckle Nuns in your hand and change their cost to 0. Whenever you play a Machina follower, deal 2 to damage to it, then give it +2 and rush. So basically your nuns are gonna swing for 4 with 1 HP and they're gonna die. If you're gonna play any 2 mana 2/2 Machina, they are gonna die. So basically you want them to die? For what? Why are they still here? You want them to die just to give you that 0 mana card, 0 mana spell? Like, yeah, I don't think that fits. Like, the reason, okay, a lot of people thinking like, oh my god, that card is so strong, and then after that you look at them and then you tell them, we still have the 1/1 Union Burst Shadow, right? That will change his attack to 0/0. Why? That 9 mana card is not as strong as people think it is. It's very outdated. And Machina Elena, right? The reason why that card is a plus, basically that card in the deck is a plus due to the synergy and nothing else. Nothing else at all. Like legit, there's nothing else. There's no other reason why that card will be there's no other reason why you want that card other than that Limo is very strong in the Machina deck itself, and you don't really need any other stuff to buff that deck. And Limo, that effect of gaining that 9 mana card is a plus. Right, that's all about it. There's nothing more to it than the 9/9 is a plus. Other than that, the deck itself is very strong because of Elena, Limo, Kelv, and then you have people finish with Zeus. So this card, okay, I am back none. 2 star. Even in a ward deck, right, they won't play this for what? I put 2 wards that's 3/1 that's gonna die. Why would I want to do that? Yeah, and the rush in the ward deck, right? The ward Elena deck, right? They want the ward to stay there and then, you know, cause nuisance, not for it to rush. Yeah, so this is a 2 star. I very unlikely to be played even in Machina deck unless there's a combo deck that runs this as a combo for Machina, but other than that I can't see it being played. Sorry. Okay, Justin Holy Mirage. So Natura only. So this is for Natural Heaven. Whenever cards are fused to this card, restore 1 to your leader. Storm, Fanfare. If this card is fused with 1 card, gain Bane. If 2 card, gain Ward. If 3 card, gain Drain. Holy shit, the Drain is good. Why? The Drain and Storm is good. Okay, people will be like, oh, Natural is hard to fuse, right? But if you think about it, right? Natural Heaven, they play Elena. Whenever you fuse a card, restore 1 defense to your leader. Elena will proc, and your cards will gain +1/+1. So it is a very gimmicky combo, but it's workable. In my all honesty, it's workable. I'll give this a 3 star because it's 5 mana and it's in the aggro deck. 5 mana is quite high. Even if it's play, I think they'll play 2 off, and at the same time fusing of card, you are reducing the amount of cards you have. So I'm not very sure how we can go with this, but you see if I were to fuse 3 cards, right, I play this followed by Agnes. Alright, think about it. I play this followed by Agnes, right? This Storm for 3 damage and then Drain. Your Agnes becomes if I'm not wrong, Agnes nerf to 3/4, right? So Agnes become a 4/5. Yeah, no, I don't see a reason why not lah. I only okay, the reason why not is because of the high cost, but why play is because one, it's gonna make even let's say not Elena, your Agnes drop early with already Elena's amulet on play, the restore one's gonna help you keep restoring, right? Increasing the Agnes attack. So I can just play this the next turn. Well, my Agnes itself having the Elena Sprayer proc already become 4/5 early on. So I don't see why not. You know, this card is playable. Gimmicky a bit maybe, but playable. Given only if your natural Heaven runs Alena. If they does not, then yeah, it will not work. It will not work. Okay, so there's a 3-star. They might play it, very likely, but even if they play, it will not be at 3 lah. Very likely it will be played. I see the reason why not, because if right the full aggro is stronger, right, we will just stick the full aggro. We will not touch this at all, to be honest, because 3-5 is not very high stats. Yes, it's storm, but 3-5 is not very high stat, and the fusion happen in hand. If the fusion happen on the field, she might be stronger, but it's not. So basically that's the reason why. So yeah, 3-star. So next porter, okay, second last class. Magic Gunsmith. Summon and analyze the artifact or ancient artifact. Oh, let me check my. Oh, okay, I don't know how many more people are in the chat, but I hope you guys are still with me. This will be posted on YouTube lah, and I will share the presentation, I think, as soon as possible on Twitch, because after this I'm gonna get some food, and then most likely sleep. And once I'm awake, I will update everything as well. And most likely tomorrow I'll do. Can I do a 200 pack opening? I might do a 200 pack opening. So those who are still here, right? Watch out. You can subscribe to my stream. Tomorrow, most likely I'm going to do 200 or 150 pack opening. Definitely for sure. I have enough gold for that. Yeah. And with that, okay, Magic Gunsmith, summon and analyzing artifact, ancient artifact. Analyzing is a 2-1. Last word or death ratter, depending on what game you play. Last word, draw 1. And then ancient artifact is 3-1 rush. I'll rate this a 1-star. Yeah. I want the artifact to be in my hand, not on play. Alright, at 3 mana, even if argumentation is being played, right? I don't want to play this at 3 mana and to just gain back 1 mana. It's not worth, to be honest. So, 1 star. I don't see this being good at all. I'll be real with you, because that 3-1 or 2-1 is adding to the stats here. Or 3 mana 4-2, or 3 mana 3-2. Last word, draw a card. Yeah, I don't see this being good at all, to be honest. So next, Puppet Bomb. It's spell 4 mana, summon a puppet, destroy X random enemy follower, X equal number of allied puppets in play, then destroy all puppet. Unless I'm playing a deck that have a lot of puppet, I see no point in this card, and there's better cards for destroying it. So 1 star, I don't see this going to be played. Technomancer. Oh, select an allied artifact follower. Okay, must be artifact, and put a copy of it into your hand. This is not bad, to be honest. I'll give it 3-star. I'm not very sure if it will be played, but I can see it being played, because you still got Argumented Bestower, the one that whenever you play a artifact you draw a card, and yeah, maybe you do not have enough artifact in hand and you can just copy one and play it. It's possible lah. So the combo is possible. It might be played. I'm not very sure how good this will be lah. I'll give it a 3-star. It might be played. The only reason why it might not be played because it's an artifact follower. It's not any follower, Yeah. So therefore 3-star. Okay, so basically the next few cards, right? They have this card which is a new one. It's called Paradigm Shift. So this is a spell at 7 cost. Whenever artifact follower is destroyed, subtract 1 from this cost. Then after that, I choose to summon a barrier artifact, Keen Edge artifact, or Airstrike artifact. So what are these 3 artifacts? So Airstrike is a storm 2/2 and deal 2 damage to the enemy leader. When it dies, not bad. Next one is Keen Edge artifact, Rush and Drain. So if you're playing a more control deck, this is not bad as well, and it helps you to survive by draining and rushing to able to remove the card at 3-4. Yeah, it's a good stat, to be honest. 3-4 is a good stat. A rush and drain. Healing 3 is not bad. And next you also have Barrier Artifact, Bane and Ward. No rush. Yeah. Bane and Ward. I mean, we can ward up to defend, but 4-6. This is a very big backside, to be honest. A lot of HP for this follower. and the thing that they are artifact as well, so I think Bestower will trigger when this enter the field as well. So yeah, but you must get this early lah. If you get there late and you play this, it's definitely not worth to play at 7 cost, even you see that the cards are usually about 5 mana. So yeah, basically you want this to -3 -4 in order for it to be worth wow. So yeah, that's how I see this card. I'm not gonna rate this card because it's not a card that you can play in your deck. It's a card that's added from another card. So one of such card is Synchronization. You either put Analyzing Artifact 2/1, Bifurcating Artifact, which is 3 mana 2/2, and you summon another 2/2. Radiant Artifact is the 4/3 Storm, or Paradigm Shift into your hand. So the upside of playing Paradigm Shift is that it can become 0 cost. Radiant Artifact is a 5 mana 5/3. So why do I want this instead of this? It deals 4 basically lah for both sides. This is a 4/3, yeah, 4/3. This at 5 mana 4/3, but at 0 mana, this one will be a 2/2, and if you die, it deals an additional 2. So but this one allows you to draw. So the only reason why you choose this over this is because this can be played at 0 cost, and this is a very good 1 mana spell. Starting, once you add this to your hand, you're good to go. And then 5 star, definitely I can see this in a portal deck. Definitely you want to play this, and it's add to your hand. So it's not add to your deck, so you don't have to wait. This artifact is definitely going to your hand, and you're gonna play them with this tower. So yeah. Next, forget to animate this. Put a Paradigm Shift in your hand, 2 mana 2/2. Porter, they have a lot of artifact that add. There's a lot of cards to followers to add artifact into deck. So you have the one that add Analyzing, and another one that add the Rush 3/1. So the question is that would I want to take this over them? I don't think so. I do not want to play this over them. Only even if I want to play this, I'll not play 3 of this. I still want to add all my artifact into deck. So I give it a 4 star. I mean, this one card to play in the Porter, but I do not see it as a 3-off lah. Basically, you still want the 2/1 and the 3/1 artifact, because they are your draw, your filter, and at the same time they synergize better with Augmentation Bestower. Yeah. Okay, so for before we continue anymore, right? So Porter, right, there's a few that I'm saying is that one is the Belfort Machina, and then you have this one, which is a artifact control deck with the removal of Maisha. They have later I'll show there's another card they've introduced, and you also have the 5 mana card 3/4, where you gain a leader effect end of turn for each different artifact that is destroyed, right? You deal X damage to opponent face, that card. So this the control artifact. Yeah, so the 4 star for this, because Paradigm Shift adding at turn 2 is good to your hand, but I don't think people will be playing a lot of this at the same time. And next, Vibro Chakram Thrower. At accelerate 3, deal 3 to enemy follower. Put a Pelgrim Shift in your hand. Turn 3, putting a Pelgrim Shift in hand, still okay, I guess. But the 8 mana Fanfare summon a Radiant Artifact or Prime Artifact is something that I cannot agree of. At 8 mana, my stat is at 2/2, and I only get either of this. A Radiant Artifact is the one that the Storm, if I'm not wrong. Prime Artifact is the one 5/5, when it dies, you can revive it again at the start of your turn. So yeah, I'll give this a 3 star. It might be played for the Paradigm Shift, but it's not going to be played other than that. It's only played for this deal 3 and Paradigm Shift, and that's all to it, in my opinion. And next, Iron Fisting Archaeologist. Fanfare, put a Paradigm Shift in your hand. Summon Ancient Artifact. Like I say, you do not want to summon all this. You want to put it in your hand for Bestower. So I'll give this a 3 star. They might be played for the Paradigm Shift, if Paradigm Shift becomes a very, very strong card. But this is more of a 2 to 3 star card. I don't see it being anything more than that. Okay. Armadillo. Armadillo. Yes, laugh, you kids. So you have Warts, good. Iron Back, Iron Knuckle Maiden also. Alright, 2-3. Last word, put an assembly droid and repair mode in your hand. So strong. Of course, the none is you put repair mode in hand, but yeah, why not? This two is also very strong. And the reason why I did 4-star is that 3 mana, you know, you might want to play any other card, but this is very strong in a Machina Porter deck. If you're gonna play Machina Porter, you're gonna play this definitely for sure. 3 off, maybe not. 2, I guess a 2 off. Maybe it's a 3 off, so it's a 4 to 5-star card. Okay, the reason why this adding 2 of this is very to hand is very strong is I'll tell you why later. It's very soon. So rebels against fate. So you see Ubel and Bell format fighting here. So use play point equal to this card cost and play this as U1 Fury or Bell format's Crackdown. If Resonance is active for you, instead summon a Mystic Artifact, Ancient Artifact, and randomly put one of the following cards into your hand. Okay, basically these 3. I'm not going to pronounce them. They're fucking hard to pronounce. Okay, U1's Fury, summon a Mystic Artifact and Ancient Artifact. Okay, Mystic Artifact is the 2-3 ward. Ancient Artifact is the 3-1 rush. Alright, then after that, randomly put on the following. So one of the following you have them, which is here. The first one can rush, attack twice per turn, follower strike, deal X damage before any damage can be taken. Then X equal to this attack, not bad. Next, Electo. At the end of the turn, summon 2 assembly droid, and then whenever a Machina Forward come to play, give it +3/+3. Not bad as well. And then this Bane, Fanfare, deal 5 to enemy follower and 6 to their leader. Very, very strong, but they have 8 mana. And okay, adding that Mystic Artifact, Ancient Artifact, right? There's a 4 mana for 4/4, but then basically this will be your plus. Your downside is you need to have Resonance, given that you are playing Porter. You can easily manipulate the Resonance. So is this going to be played? I'm not very sure, to be honest, because the old Bear format, right, is quite strong when 1, you have reduced the cost of that card, 2, you have reduced the cost of these artifacts that's going to be added to hand. I'm not very sure if Bell formats deck gonna come back. I mean, if you're playing Machina, you're gonna play the old and the new Bell format. But yeah, if deck is played, and most likely this card will be played. I don't see any other good replacement for this card. Maybe the reason why I'm so not willing to give it anything more than 3 or 2 is because it's at 4 mana. It's quite high cost. You must remember that 4 mana cards, right? They must have high impact, and to me this is not very high impact, to be honest. So therefore the 3-star. Okay, so with the removal of Maisha, we have Ramia, Sonic Racer, Rush. When an allied artifact comes to play, gain the ability to evolve for 0. Very, very good. However, there's one drawback. Evolve, if you have at least 6 play point, then you use all the 6 play point, you gain XX and Storm. So you be careful when you evolve. You must ensure that you have more than 6 so you can play more artifact, and then X equal number of allied artifact cards with different name destroy this match. It's not as strong as Maisha, given that Maisha can OTK, but to be honest, the ability to evolve and gain Storm is very, very strong, and this can come in as high as turn 6. Yes, this can come in as fast as turn 6. People will be turn 6, you can come this up. Can you play this? Alright, I play artifact with Bestower active. You keep playing artifact, chain the artifact, and then you gain back the mana. Of course, you have to reduce the artifact to lesser cost, or you drop 2 argumentation Bestower. Then after that, you can evolve this, and then you become 6 play point and then you swing your opponent, but it won't be very big because let's be real here, there's not a lot of different artifacts and most people will just play 3 to 4 artifacts. So basically, technically speaking, right, you can have many, but reality check maybe 5 6, but no, 4 5 I guess 4 5 different artifacts. So this is in the control artifact list, I think, and I'll rate this 5 star. Control artifact, they will definitely want to play this because this is one of their game ender, other than playing the 5 mana 3/4 the one end turn you ping your opponent for a different artifact that is destroyed. I'll definitely give it a 5 because this is a lot better than that. It will replace that for 3 in my opinion. I'll play 3 of this and 2 of that. Maybe some people argue with me and they say they'll play 2 of this and 3 of that, or maybe even 3 of each. So yeah, why not? I'm not very good with Porter. There's fly running, I'm flying, but I'm not very good with Porter. But yeah, in my opinion, I think you can play 3 of this and 3 of the other one. And with that, well format World Revel. So remember Jana, Armadillo. Yeah, I love kids. The cards itself are machina, so it's very important to have those in hand. So you can use this to fusion this new build format. So this card is a mini Zeus. I'll give it a 4 star because if you're gonna play a machina, you won't definitely play 3. You'll definitely play a machina, but you won't play 3. You'll play about maybe 2 or 1. It's a mini Zeus that randomly activate one of the following effect X time, equal to the number of time this card has been fused. Summon an armored tentacle. Alright, this armored tentacle can't be targeted by enemy spells and effect. When it dies, restore 4 to your leader. This is a 4 mana 2/4. Then the other one will be Assault Tentacle. Storm, not bad. 4/2, quite a big storm if you ask me. So you can effectively have buff format, trigger 4 times, and then you have 16 damage on the field. And then this follower can be targeted by enemy or effect. If this follower can be targeted by your enemy or effects, your opponent can only target this follower. Then last word, deal 2 damage to a random enemy follower. So it removes the board at the same time it pressures your opponent's face. So this is the most probably this is the card that you want to get lah. Basically when you drop that format, this is basically your Zeus and you're hoping for the attack and the storm lah. And the last one is +3/+3 and draw. So this can prop up to maximum 3 times, so basically you don't outdraw yourself. So let's say if you feel 7 times, you don't basically draw 21 and then just die. Yeah, so this is a safety net. Thanks side games, safety net. So this will get +3/+3 and then you draw 3 cards. And getting it +3/+3 doesn't do much to be honest. It's the the Assault Tentacle which is a lot more important. But yeah, if you think about it, right, it's just a not bad card. But if you're going to play Machina Porter, right, I think it's going to be played. It's the highballing of the Assault Tentacle is too good to pass, in my opinion. So this is a 4 star. So last one, neutral. Alright, after this I can go have supper, breakfast. What time is it? 2 a.m. Oh my god, 2 a.m. I've been in for about 2.5 hours. Wow. So okay guys, those just taking a break. So those who don't know, tomorrow is the release of the new set. Oh wait, I can't do a pack opening tomorrow. My bad. Scratch that. Those who just now hear that say that I'm going to do a pack opening tomorrow, I'm not going to do that anymore because tomorrow is pre-release. I'm not going to spend money in Shadowverse for cards that I could buy with rupee. yeah, I have to wait until the official release. Oh no, I thought it's released tomorrow. Oops, my bad. So neutral, Plucky Treasure Hunter. If you have any Machina or neutral cards in hand, discard 1, then put 2 random cards that shares a trait with that card from your deck into your hand. Okay, so basically you only can discard Machina natural. Yeah. So if there's a machina of officer or natural officer, right, there's chance of you getting officer as well. You must remember that we have checked the ruling with the Shadowverse official website, and that's the ruling they give us. So I'll rate this 3-star. I don't know if it will be played because remember that all this drawing, right? Whenever I play this and discard a card and I draw 2, the stat itself 3 mana 2/3 is not bad, but discarding, right, is there a really need to discard? And at the same time, right, it's 2 cards for 2 cards, you know. It's 3 mana, you put a 2/3 and then you discard 1, then you draw 2. You don't lose card. Basically, it could be counted as a +1, but most people will see it as a discard 2, draw 2, you know, effect. So it's like a filter lah. You basically can filter your unwanted natural tree or unwanted machina spell or droid. But I don't think you'll be played lah. There's better cards to be played, but yeah, I might be wrong lah. So therefore I'm giving it 3-star. However, if you're playing dragon, natural dragon, discard natural dragon, 6-star, no question asked. Yeah, this is only if you play discard natural dragon. Not 6-star, not even 5-star, 6-star, because this is a discard mechanic. Okay, 5-star, not 3-star, not 6-star. Yeah, 5-star, because it's part of a discard mechanic. So yeah, therefore you see there's 2 different stars. Okay, and next, Wayfaring Illustrator. Select an allied machina natural follower per copy in the hand. 2-star. Very unlikely you want to copy another follower and add it to your hand. Yeah, it's not even machina to be. It's not even machina. So yeah, 2-star. I don't see it gonna be played. We have got a case. It's 1-star. Draw 3 cards, then deal X to enemy follower. X equal the number of cards in your hand. Nope. So bad. This is a draft card. Okay, people who say discard dragon, what if I overdraw? Right? This is a draw 3 card. It's going to draw a lot in your hand. So what happens if I overdraw? If you overdraw, your cards are not counted as discard. Yeah, the cards that you overdraw will not be discarded. They just become shadow. I've checked this with a friend recently. Unless he's lying to me, I mean I got a few people giving me the same mechanic. So unless there's a new update to the mechanics of Shadowverse, the game in-game mechanics, whatever you overdraw, right, it's not counted as discard. They just become shadow. Yeah, nothing prop discard. So you have to remember about that one. So 1-star. Even if this is gonna be played in discard dragon, drawing 3 it's nothing. It's not good at all. So yeah, 1-star. Goblin War Pack. 3 mana spell, summon 2 goblin. 6 mana, summon 5. 9 mana, summon 5 and then evolve. Why? Evolve all allied goblin. Goblin is a 1/2. So at 3 mana you summon a 2/4. It's on curve. 6 mana you summon 5. Still on curve, but they're all gonna die very easily. So 1-star, I don't see it's not gonna work in a limited format. And even in draw format, I don't think I'll play this card. Alright, Romantic Chantus. Nice picture. Give an enemy the flower effect until the give an enemy the flowing effect until the start of your next turn. I'm wondering if right an enemy also counts a follower. Most likely it does, unless I'm wrong. So reduce all damage dealt to 0. What? Start of your next turn. This is to what? Cock block rough? Why? You want to cut rough? Blood rough deck? There's only one deck that this answers to this card is useful to. It's too situational. 1-star. It's not gonna be played in my opinion. Holy shit, this is so bad. Boom Devil. Remember back when you were saying that, you know, there's one, is it blood or sword, or is it For the forest card, the Hatcheteer, that deals 3 damage when played, right? 3 to the follower and 3 to enemy. If the follower have last word heal, he will heal first. Alright, correct? So this Boom Devil is a lot better. Okay, unless right we face a situation we are dealing with the 2 mana 1/1 that only can destroy by spell. But it will protect the player from taking effect damage. So Hatcheteer will be better in that case, but most of the time Boom Devil will be better. But 7 mana 5/5, it's getting worse and worse, all these cards. Deal 5 to enemy leader. If it's your 10 turn or later, deal 5 to all enemies instead. Why don't you just play fucking Lucia if you want the effect? Like, fucking seriously, please. Oh my god, this is fucking bad. 2 star? Very unlikely this play unless there's aggro deck that needs the deal 5. Like I said, blood, you have 6 deal 3. Alright? That is freaking 18 damage. Alright, 18 damage, okay? You don't need this at all. Maybe aggro forest might need it, or any other aggro decks, but as of now, no that's gonna run it. Oh, Change Wing Sherab. So this is the first card we see that have both Machina and Natura. Before that was Machina with office. Is it Natura or Officer, or Machina and Officer? One of them. But this is the first card that we see have Machina and Natura. If you have at least 3 other Machina in your hand, very good. Deal 2 to an enemy follower. You're definitely gonna have them in a Machina Sword, Machina Forest, Machina Rune. You have at least 3 other natural cards. Restore 2 to your leader. This one I don't know. Why would I want to heal? The dealing of the 2 damage to the enemy follower is very strong, because going second, right, this card can remove your opponent 2/2 for free. Though it doesn't give you any resources in hand, I think this is very, very good for tempo plays. But at the same time, like we say lah, if you're gonna play in aggro Machina Forest, right, 1/3 is not the stats. You always want a 2/2 for aggro deck. Same with, okay, maybe for dragon it might be good, aggro Machina Dragon, because once your Beyond is out, right, then when you play this, right, this is 2/3, so it's not as bad. Then Rune, they want repair droid. They want to repair the droid. They want to repair because they want to activate the spell. The droid because repair and droid also can, because they want to prop the draw, etc. Yeah, Natural maybe Shadow, but Shadow won't want, because you must remember healing 2, right, at turn 2 healing 2 is nothing, because you are not going to remove your opponent threats. You're healing 2, you're just the card that hitting you is going to snowball. So in natural deck this is quite bad for a lot of natural deck, but this more of a Machina card, to be honest. When you evolve per assembly droid or natural grade 3 in your hand, so yeah, if I want a natural grade 3, why don't I just play Desert Pathfinder? And this is to hand, right? Desert Pathfinder is to the field, so why I don't play Desert Pathfinder? I play this instead. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, for dragon, right, this might be good because it adds the droid to hand, so you can basically play the droid with the Beyond. So you get another +1/+0 for the droid, so it might not be as bad, but most likely people will just play for the first effect for Machina. So basically deals 2, you remove a follower, and that's the end of it, I guess. So 3 mana, 3 star. I'm not very sure if Machina will play, because Machina themselves, they have a lot of better cards. Even in Dragon, right, like they have a lot of better cards. They have the new Machina legendary. They have Byron, and then they also have you can play the 8 mana SL for 2 and summon 2/1/1 droid. So I don't see why, right, this will replace any of them. So a 3-star. So this is the second card that we see have a Machina and Natural traits. Fusion, you either fuse with a Machina Natural, you deal X to an enemy follower, put X random Machina Natural from your deck into hand. Basically, if you're gonna throw your hand, this card will be good. If this card is fused with a Machina or Natural card, subtract 3 from their cost, X equal the number of cards fused to this, equal the number of cards fused to this card. So a lot of Machina and Natura, they do not mix right now. Unless someone can make a deck, from experience, Machina and Natura, even with this set, right, there's not much interaction, you know. The only way is for you to play the previous gold card in a Machina deck and then have this, or in a Natura deck and then have this in a Natura. But 7 mana 6/6, putting X random Machina Natura at 7 mana, right, I want it to do other thing than just putting cards in my hand. I mean, it kills a follower definitely, but yeah, putting cards in my hand is very important. Subtracting 3 from them, if only you meet this criteria. If it doesn't, right, you don't minus 3 at all, which is questionable, because even if minus 3, right, I don't get back mana, what am I going to do with all those cards? Yeah, a lot of time those cards don't really do anything at all, to be honest. So yeah, 7 mana to draw those cards at all. Frankly speaking, I can see is that you play this at 4, you return 4. Machina Blood, maybe you can do something, because next turn you could just drop mono for free and then you play a spell. But I could also drop mono on turn 7 and just play the spell, right, to be honest. Yeah, so I don't really see a point of this card, to be honest. Even at a 0 cost, right, those cards I play, they have to impact the board. If they don't impact the board, then at 7 mana I'm not doing anything at all. Maybe I flood the board lah, but I cannot trade with my opponent board. I'm not pressurizing them. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable with this card at all. I feel like it's very, very weak. I'll only give it a 1-star. I don't think it's good at all, to be honest. It feel more like a draft card, where when you're playing take 2, right, fuse all your unwanted Machina Natura, then when you play this, you take all your Machina Natura from deck, which you know are definitely better than the cards in your hand. And if you fuse the better cards in your hand, you take all the weak one, I don't know what the hell you're doing. But yeah, 1-star, I don't think this will be played. And Gabriel, welcome back, Gabriel. This, if those who don't know, Gabriel was printed very, very long ago back, when Shadowverse just started. I think it was in the Shadow set, I think the second or third set. I can't remember, is it the first? I don't think so. It's either 1 or 1, 2, 3. You have what 2, 3, not bad. But right, you use X play point to give X plus X plus X to this follower and another follower, X equal to your remaining play point. Yeah, that means turn 4 you play this, you give plus X and another ally follower +1/+1, 5, 2, 2. Yeah, with the removal of Lloyd, you don't really want to play this card. 1-star, I don't think you'll fit into any other deck, and every other deck, they are very compact really as of now. Even with the new decks that are gonna come out, they are so compact that plusing, yeah, plusing stats is nothing much. Even Natural Sword will do her +1 better by adding +2 +1. So yeah, I don't see how strong. I don't think this is gonna be strong anyway. So yeah, and with that should be the last one. Is it the last one? I never at last page, I guess. And yeah, that will be all. So thanks guys for watching. In all honesty, right, just now player have asked, I'm hoping Aggro deck might come back out, but they might disappoint. My biggest hype would be Alena. Yeah, Alena Machina Alena is gonna come back, in my opinion. Okay, not really Aggro Blood. Vengeance Blood might come back, in my opinion. Like I said just now, you have the 6 deal 3 to face. That's 18 damage already. So yeah, those cards, those decks are one to look out for. Cool on with the loss of Zealot, maybe some other cards as well. Evolve Sword, do they lose anything? They lose Aether, which means their consistency will start dropping. Natural Dragon didn't lose much. Shooten Shadow, they lose a bit and gain quite a bit as well. Natural Rune is the biggest gainer of all the current meta decks. Machina Forest will make a comeback, I think. Machina Aggro Forest. Grillwood will stay the same. I think they might drop out given that the aggro deck will be a lot stronger. Control Forest has lost quite a few removers. I mean, a very important card, so Control Forest might drop a bit. Machina Porter, I highly doubt they'll make a comeback. Alright. However, Control Artifact Porter might be a thing. I don't think it might be very strong, but it might be a thing, maybe a tier 2, tier 3 deck. What Heaven might still be there. Natural Heaven might make a comeback, but highly doubt you'll go past tier 2. Highly doubt, because Agnes has been nerfed quite hard. Aggro Dragon, like I say, most of aggro deck gonna disappoint. Hopefully not. What else is there? Control Blood. I don't think they will change much. Control Blood might even drop, to be honest, given that control deck are often more weak against aggro decks. I think lastly would be Sword. Sword have the most variant. You still have Levin, you have Machina, you have Natura, you have Evolve Sword. I'm thinking that if the strongest sword would be Natural Sword coming up. I do not expect. Evolve Sword gonna start losing some consistency. Machina's sword was never that strong. Okay, at first when it first came out, yes, it was strong. Everybody was theorizing it, everybody was playing it, but we realized that since its consistency is not always there, it's quite hard. I mean, there wasn't enough Machina, and once it passed, right, Machina wasn't that strong anymore. I wonder if Emerald still stays, they might see play, but yeah, Levin has always been like that, and they are playing it with Zeus right now. So if it's an aggro meta, Levin